Does your mom know you're watching this show? Welcome everyone to the Friday Night BS show. I got 3 different screens jumping on here. You guys saw the warning at the beginning, but I will throw it out there one. Hold on, I got a double take here. There it is. Yes, everybody, you guys saw the warning there at the beginning, but I need to post it one more time. The show is rated R and is intended for mature audiences. That we have mature conversations on this show. And we got a full house today. Mike is with us. Deana is here. Jennifer's here. And the new face, Kevin. When do we technically stop calling Kevin the new guy? How many episodes?
I think we just call him Kevin.
We could call him the new guy forever.
What are friends for, right, Kevin? What are friends for?
Exactly.
Oh, I see the chat is working perfect, and that is Mr. Bob Elliott and Morgan, and you guys need to register, and we can see you, but I'm going to keep the window open just in case we have any more chat issues again with StreamYard. Sometimes it gets lost in the connection, and you can't chat with us, but if you go to the YouTube channel, you can go on there, and that YouTube works fine. It's something with Facebook, and
I keep forgetting to post this on my Facebook.
Yeah, well, that's your fault. You know, what are we going to do? You're going to strike. We get a strike every time you don't do it. No, I'm kidding. We got some fun topics tonight. We got 3. We're going to stick to 3 because it seems like I add like 5 or 6, right, guys? And then we get like 3 or 4 of them done. So, you know,
right. And then we get in heated conversations and we lose track of time.
That's it. We get into these heated battle, and I'm looking at, and I'm like, I'm teaching myself to like look at the clock up on the top left of the screen that shows me how long the show's been on, and I have this mental note from my other shows. It's like I know when to move on, but I don't have it here because we just get into them. We get into it, and we're just like, oh shit. But let's say hello to Mike. Mike, how's your week going, buddy?
It's going good now that it's Friday.
It's Friday. Mike's Friday. Did you have a difficult week? An easy week?
Well, wasn't difficult.
Did you make a lot of money?
I did okay.
He did okay. Deana always has an exciting week. How's your week going? And are you ready for the weekend, Deana?
I'm so glad that it's Friday. Oh my God. Yeah, I had a crazy week. It was insanity, and I don't want to talk about it.
The show that shares everything, and Deana doesn't want to talk about it. All right. Well, Jennifer, how's your week going? Jennifer's got good stories. Jennifer, how's your week
Kevin
going?
First. I'm streaming this. Ask
Kevin. Yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
My week was all right, actually. I spent half of it off of work, so didn't do a whole lot. Been looking for a new place to live, and hopefully that pans out for me. And that's been a week.
Well, how's the real estate market there? Hello, Morgan. Morgan jumped on YouTube.
God, it's terrible.
Hey, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan.
Is it gotten like here where things that used to be like a 1-bedroom apartment 15, 20 years ago here, 550, 600, maybe even less, right?
I've been looking at 2 bedrooms, and in my area, they're like $2,000 a month.
Yeah, that's us. That's us.
That's us.
Never mind. Nobody moved to.
So, like,
come to Wisconsin. Come.
I don't like that much, Deana. I'm sorry.
What?
Women, yeah, it's scary. It's scary. Jennifer, are you ready, Jen? How's your week going?
I posted the darn show. But my week, I mean, I work in escalations. I get to talk to a lot of concerned people and
Yeah.
figure things out, and also identify internal errors that could quite possibly cost the company a lot
Your
because
errors.
of stupidity. No, not my errors. I'm the one that finds the errors, sir. They send
All
shit to
right.
me because they know that nothing is
We
going well,
trust you. We
almost
trust you.
nothing is going to be past me.
We
So yes,
trust
I
you.
am quality, I am escalations, I do it all. But
She's
Yeah. Damn.
so that's I mean, that's a normal week.
yeah. That's good.
Nothing
That's
super
good.
exciting. Just I
Good.
I'd ordered in like 3 times.
Of course you did.
DoorDash for the win.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
I am going to try to Jen or Deana, you actually have the Facebook group page open too, right?
I
Just
sure
in
do.
case somebody comments on there and I don't see
I
it.
sure do.
Yeah, we will see your comments. But again, everyone needs to re-register with Stream because you're in the private chat now. So when you're in a private group, so you have to re-register with StreamYard so they know who you are to be able for us to see who's commenting. Otherwise, we don't see it. We just says Facebook user. Yeah, we got some fun. I've had a pretty busy
or
week.
put your name.
On YouTube.
Put your name.
Put your
And
name.
yes, we
Yeah,
can
write
see
your
you,
full
Bruce.
name
Yes,
for the
we can
question
see
that
you.
you're going to ask.
There's Bruce.
Just your first freaking name.
I guess you could do that. You could do that, or you could just click 3 times and register with StreamYard, and we'll see your name.
No, not everybody wants to do that in the middle of a show.
Look, see, Bruce did it. Bruce went ahead and said, "You know what? John's right."
Kudos to Bruce.
Yeah, good job, Bruce. Good job. What a
Such
way.
the gentleman.
Bruce is a team player. Bruce is a team player.
Absolutely.
Well, I wanted to start with the last meal. I think it's an interesting thing to see what people are going to choose for food and in beverage and their movie of choice, because it's going to be your last movie, your last meal, and your last sip of whatever you're going to be drinking there. So we had some that commented on the group page. So some interesting choices. Bruce was not aware that you get a movie pick. You do get a movie pick, guys. You do get to watch a movie. So
what are we talking, like if you're on death row?
Death row, baby. Death row. You're
they let him pick a movie?
Yeah, they let him pick a movie.
That's pretty cool.
You can't pick a trilogy. Like somebody said, I'm going to pick all.
Yeah.
Just strain it out, like, oh, you know what? The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, give me that. Or the Harry Potter. Which one's
Star
more?
Wars.
Harry Potter has a lot of movies.
Porn. Bruce is not messing around. Porn's porn.
Like, I gotta rub one more off before I die.
I gotta rub one more off before you guys kill me. Let's see. Who wants to start? Raise your hand. Mike, do you want to go first? Go ahead. What would Mike's last meal, and it can be more than one thing. It can, if you want fried chicken and a burrito, something like that.
Probably be tri-tip with asparagus and garlic bread.
And garlic bread. That's it? Anything else?
Being baked beans.
Baked beans. What are you drinking? What are you going to be drinking for that last meal?
Coors Light.
Coors Light? Really?
Yeah. What the fuck am I supposed to pick?
The fancy beverage for you there.
No, I mean, they're going to get you whatever you want. They can't say no. From what I understand, they can't say no.
I don't like high-end alcohol, and I want alcohol.
Yeah. You want like a 25-year-old scotch or
no, I don't
whiskey?
I don't like scotch or whiskey like that.
And what movie is Mike going to watch?
Movie? Probably Southpaw.
Bruce wants to go with a smile. Yeah, you're going to go with a smile. Oh, Deana. Deana, what is your pick?
Yes, sir. My pick for meal? The food, I would go with a really big platter of sushi and a pineapple stuffed crust pizza.
Oh, you're killing me. You said that
I
just to make me angry.
No.
She said that.
You can ask Kevin. I've known him forever. When I was pregnant with my son, he used to deliver me a pineapple stuffed crust pizza almost every day because he worked at Pizza.
I in fact did do that. I did. It doesn't mean it wasn't terrible. It's shameful that you're an Italian.
I don't understand you people with the pineapple shit. All right, Deana.
It's delicious.
What's that drink?
A big ass bottle of Moscato.
The whole bottle, huh? Not a shot.
The whole
not,
bottle.
The whole
Not
bottle.
a glass.
No, I'm gonna sip my ass on a whole bottle of Moscato. I seen this thing on Facebook, and it's like one of those corks, but it's the top is actually shaped like a wine glass.
Yeah,
I seen that.
I want one of those really bad. If anybody wants to know what to get me for Christmas.
But that's dangerous for you women because you guys like your wine. So
yes,
just drinking.
That's a fun time.
You would think they would be worried about bringing alcohol.
I'm not watching
though.
porn.
Oh no, I'm all here for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just surprised that they would bring you alcohol.
Too. Like, I would definitely want.
But you're going to get all riled up too.
I'm gonna guess that they're probably not letting you get fucked up, but
fucking Deana wants a whole bottle. She's getting fucked up.
I'm just saying. I'm saying in real life, I would imagine.
I mean, if you're on death row, absolutely. I mean, okay, if that's the situation, I'm absolutely on death row. I want a Shamrock Shake and a McRib because there's no way those two things happen at the same time.
And what is Deana's movie choice? What is your movie choice, Deana?
The movie Paul. It's a Simon Pegg movie with Seth Rogen. It's amazing.
I knew she was going with this.
I don't even know what that movie is.
I was assuming you were going to say like season 1 of Family Guy.
Season 1 was terrible. You watched season 7, but you said movie.
Oh yeah, no. Well, that's a DVD, so I guess it would count, wouldn't it? It would count.
I guess it would if that's.
I would. That's
how.
how.
Then I'd want to watch the entirety of Futurama. I want the disc set.
The entirety. You're gonna have like a month. I'm binge watching the Futurama before I get fucking lethal injected.
Exactly. Only take 3 days to binge watch the whole thing. Just give me my time with my giant bottle of wine and all my sushi.
All right, Jen. What is Jen eating? Jen's a foodie, so I'm just waiting to hear this fucking list.
I would want prime rib with the baked potato and the garlic broccoli and the like butter and sour cream for the baked potato. I would also, I love pho. So I would want a bowl of pho as well. Doesn't mean you have to eat it all, but I definitely would want those because they're delicious. And as for a drink, I don't know. I mean, I would think it would be something that I would like to have, but I don't have often. So a chocolate shake.
Yeah.
And
well, you got to figure you've been in there a while. So you probably, you've been in there a while.
I would want a chocolate shake. I love chocolate shakes, but I don't have them for for that reason that too many chocolate shakes and.
You're technically right, Bruce. It is your last party. It is your last party.
But yeah, I would have that as my meal, and I would watch Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. There you go,
Jenna.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you're getting a lethal injection.
Not be a smart man.
But I know what love is.
Kevin, what are you doing? What is your last meal, Kevin?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. I'm getting a New York strip steak, like a 16-ounce New York strip steak. Getting it medium. I'm getting a lobster tail. I'm getting some garlic mashed potatoes and some roasted asparagus.
Nice.
Y'all are making me hungry.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. What are you drinking, Kevin?
A bottle of like bougie beer, like Chimay or like something that's like a high ABV that'll get me a little tipsy. Nice. And the movie is gonna be The Fifth Element. with Bruce Willis.
The Fifth Element is
Wow,
awesome.
great movie though. That is a
I
great
love
movie.
that
That's
movie.
legit my favorite
Yeah.
movie of all time.
Yeah, that is a great movie. I just watched that the other
Multipass.
night because it's been a while. I was like, you know what, I want to
so
watch
good.
this. All right, John,
I had the set
you had the set.
of The Fifth Element, the collector's edition, and my ex-husband left it in the DVD and donated it to Goodwill.
He wants it back. He just called me. He said he wants it back. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was so pissed. I still haven't replaced it.
Well,
Well,
I
now
want
we
a
know why he's your
tomahawk
ex-husband.
steak. I want a tomahawk steak. I want 2 baked potatoes. I want some grilled asparagus. A loaf of bread. I am Italian. Keep that in mind. I am Italian. And then I want something that I'm not going to drink because I can't afford it. Because I figure I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go with it as old as whiskey as they would be willing to pay for. So it would be, a 25, 50-year-old Scottish whiskey. And movies tough, man. I've been thinking about this all day. Like, what movie do I need to see one more time before I, get jabbed with a needle? And you guys are all going to laugh at me, but I got to go with my favorite movie. I think I got to go with Valley Girl one more time before I go out.
Of course.
I just think it's like, fuck it. It's either going to be that. I thought about this. It was either going to be that movie or it was going to be 16 Candles, because either one of them is going to make me fucking laugh.
16 Candles.
Yeah. And, those would be my things. But I wanted to show you guys this. This was made me laugh here because these are the last meals of convicted, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Felons?
Well, people on death row.
On death row. Yeah, these are let me take the banner thing off of here. And the first guy, I don't know some of these guys, so if you guys know who they are. Philip Ray. Let me move my
Said he
mouse
tried to
pointer
do a
around.
good deed.
Yeah, he wanted a pizza. Some of them are basic. Where are they?
That's dirt.
Here we go. This was one guy. Lawrence Russell Brewer.
I'm Googling.
Ruined it for everyone. Look at how much stuff he ordered. No wonder.
That's what I'm saying. You got it. I don't think they can look at it.
He went for it.
I don't think they can say no. I don't think they can say no to you.
Now I think they tell you within reason. Because it says he ruined it for everyone.
Oh, maybe he's the one. I had the other one. I don't know where that other one was, because that one had Gacy's last meals, like all these people's last meals on there.
That would have been really interesting.
Can you even blame that though? Like,
oh, here we go.
You're gonna ask for what you can get.
Alan Lee's. I don't know these people, so that's basic.
No, these are fucking.
Sweet chicken, one sweet chicken.
Hey, and the freaking
apple pie from McDonald's.
It looks like a McDonald's apple pie. It looks like the soda Smiley. It looks like the soda Smiley.
Vanilla ice cream too.
There's the Maverick. Brandon, tell us what he's going Die Hard, right?
Coochie. I was thinking that too.
And the movie would be Die Hard.
I was thinking some.
My steak, baked potato. But that is just weird. This guy wanted peas. Fucking. That's just. And why the worst part of the chicken? In my opinion, right? I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys like the wing. It was a woman. Nah. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Oh God.
Okay.
Shut up.
2 pieces of toast, a tea. I don't know what the fuck's in that bowl. It looks like soup.
Chicken soup, maybe, and then is that rib tips?
Those look like
It just says meat.
Spaghetti-o.
It looks like rib tips.
Meat. I want meat in a bowl.
It just says meat. Give me a bowl of meat.
Oh God.
More really
that
gross.
Looks like a hospital meal.
Yeah, it does.
And at least they gave him the mayonnaise.
We have the meats.
Gross.
This guy wanted some pancakes.
Rainbow.
Rainbow
Check
pancakes.
that out. See, that's getting yes, creative.
See that? Yeah. See, that's just this
Chicken
might
and
be
Oh.
like,
It's so boring.
yeah, no,
But there's
very
drugs.
boring. It's
But
a
there's
fucking banana. Just want a
Henry
banana.
Hargraves.
I've cost the taxpayers enough. Just give me a fucking banana. Oh, well, that was it for that. I
That's
thought it was a fun little
insane.
topic to kind of dig into. We don't want to see Gary Newsom's face. Let's get it out of there. Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought it'd be interesting. I really didn't know that, it was
We
a
just
big
looked
thing.
at
Like
people's last meal.
that someone, that was like, they got to pick all that stuff. You see it on TV, but I always just thought, it was just a TV thing.
What?
They don't really do that. Like give you your last,
Yeah, they
you get
do.
to pick your.
That's real.
I never thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like you get a fucking bologna
No.
and cheese sandwich on white
No.
bread.
We have some sense of humanity. We're gonna kill you. We might as well give you a good meal.
Yeah,
Because
even-
when I was in there for a couple,
hungry.
I was only in there for a couple hours, and they threw me a bologna sandwich on white bread.
If you're just in the
Well, you're not on death row.
Yeah, they're just gonna.
It felt like death row.
You're getting that bologna sandwich for sure.
I gave the bologna sandwich and the orange to somebody else for his little ticket, so I could get an extra phone call because they gave you the three numbers.
Already bartering.
Hey, you learn fast when you're in there. It's like, okay, who wants a
He's like,
sandwich?
I'm in
And
the
who-
slammer. I need to get more phone time.
Yeah, you got any more? You got any more? Can I use your phone thing? Oh man,
Oh yeah, that's a question.
Good.
Who, if you're in holding because you got a DUI or whatever, who is the first person you're calling to get you out?
In a perfect world,
Yeah, who are you calling that you're like, okay, they're gonna pick up, like, and they're gonna show up? Because
In
that's
a
who you're gonna
perfect-
call.
right? In a perfect world, I'd call my sister, but she lives in Texas, so
Okay.
that won't work.
So who you calling then?
and keep in mind that this person has
I'm
to answer
saying-
because if it goes to answer machine, it hangs up automatically. It
There's
will
no
not
more
let you leave a
answering
message.
machines. Not
Yeah,
really.
it will not let you leave a message. So they have to
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, they have to answer. Who would I call? Oh, geez,
So
my kid, I
screwing you
guess,
up, Mike?
my son.
Your son?
Yeah, Lynn,
Yeah.
help! I'll pay you back.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. You got to know that they have the money to get you out, or they know
Exactly.
somebody that has the
That's
money.
why I
to get
said
you out.
my son. He got
so-
no bills.
Yes, Brandon, I called you. I did call Brandon, so it's easy for me to answer that
Oh,
question.
how about that? Has anybody ever been that person?
Yeah, Brandon answered my
Oh, yeah.
call.
Because I
not.
had to go pick up my cousin.
Now, do I trust Brandon to answer my call on a typical day? No, but
Oh, I'm not calling. I'm not calling. No, I'm
But
not,
for
I'm
some-
not calling Brandon.
for some odd reason,
I know he'd come.
that
I just would
day-
be afraid he wouldn't answer.
yeah, for some reason that day he did
I'm
answer.
actually calling his mom is who I would call.
Yeah, you're calling your aunt.
Yeah, I'm calling my aunt for sure.
Jen, you calling an ex-husband?
Oh, hell no.
Hell
Shit, you trying to stay
No, no,
in
no.
there?
First, I would not be in that situation.
Oh, come on.
Secondly,
come
if
on.
that
You
ever
never know.
freaking happened to me, I know I wouldn't be in that situation. If I was, I don't drink and drive. I do not. I
No,
don't
well,
do
No.
you
that
could be in
stuff.
there for any reason. You were at the
Any
bar
reason.
and,
Mistake.
and some girl thought you were looking at her man and she tried to fight you. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it could be just a false
it could be
arrest.
anything.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
they just
If I-
arrested you.
Okay, that, if anybody was to arrest me, it would be a very difficult call for me, but I would have to end up calling my mom.
Call mama,
Not because I want to.
but she'll answer. You'll know Adele will answer. Yeah,
Yes, my
yeah,
mom will answer,
yeah,
but I would
Adele-
never. I'm not trying to put anybody in that position because I don't want to ever have to make that call.
No, I know, but if
Right.
it does, at least everybody's got to have. And the sucky part of it is we're so trained now that it's just a button we push on our phone. So we need to remember this number. That's the other
Oh yeah,
hard
that's
part.
not going to happen. I'm going
That's
to
the hard
die.
part is I don't know my aunt's number by heart.
It's
So
like
I would have to call my dad because my dad is the only number My dad and Brandon are the only numbers. I
Call
know
your
about.
dad from jail to get your aunt's phone number.
I would call one of
I call my dad
one
to
of my
come get me.
prior
My
phone
dad would come
numbers.
get me.
I remember those.
Yeah.
My dad would definitely come get me.
How about you, Kevin? Who you calling, man?
I'm calling my brother, and not only would he answer, he's also a lawyer, and I have his
Oh,
phone number
shit.
memorized.
We
Can I
all
have his
need
phone
that
number?
number.
Nice.
Can I get that number real quick?
Yeah, that was the shitty
Yes,
part.
sir.
That
Podcast discount.
yeah. Well, that was the
So-
shitty part for
Yeah,
me.
for sure. It's
I was
oh
like,
wait, hold on.
yeah. I mean, that was a shit part for me because once they took my phone away, I had fucking no numbers in my head other than my home number. I just and my mom's number, but they were like they weren't in town, so they were in Italy, I think at the time. So I was shit out of luck. I only had a couple numbers in my head. And,
Brandon's is just easy to remember. He's had the same number since we were teenagers, and it's just super easy to remember.
Hey, pick me up, Brandon.
His phone number only has 4 numbers in it.
Yeah. Well, you know that
Good to
that's
know.
that's and I didn't realize
K5M.
yeah, and I didn't realize that if the answer machine picked up, it just hung up. So it wouldn't let you leave a message. Yeah, it does not let you leave a message when you try to dial from the inside the jail, and the answer machine picks up. It just automatically hangs up.
You mean voicemail?
Yeah, voicemail as
Yeah.
well. Yeah,
The voicemail.
And,
The
and, you know,
answer
some people, I
machine.
still have an answer machine. I screen calls that way. Otherwise, I'd be, yeah, no way. Because they're getting tricky now with that. It says local number, and then you answer, and it's fucking them. Hey, do you have insurance on your dishwasher? Fuck
Okay.
you.
How often do you really get
Do you want
that
an
call?
extended?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Now they call from local numbers.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
It used to be fucked up numbers. Now it's literally the 209 numbers. So I'm thinking it's somebody that, you know,
Yeah.
I just didn't, their number didn't transfer into my new phone. Well, nope.
Dude,
Now you can't answer shit.
Really bad now.
did you know your car insurance is yeah. All right, we're going to jump into the next topic here real quick, and this is our interesting one, guys. I'm going to start with the boys with this one, and I want to hear it from the boys first. From the boys, Kevin, I'm going to start with you.
Oh,
Give me one reason why you think guys are waiting to make the first move.
because it's you know, it's crazy out there right now with
It's a
the
2-word
way
answer.
that- you know, there's a lot of people out there that are just they're just not being honest about who they are, and it's scary. It's scary trying to open yourself up to someone when you don't know anything about them, because that's just the way that dating is now.
Yeah. How about you, Mike? Why do you think you don't make the first move?
Well, I don't make the first move because I've always just kind of been that way. But nowadays, it's called Me Too.
Me too.
That's
but here's the difference,
it's
though.
hard
Okay.
out. It's hard out here for guys.
Yeah, but let's also keep in mind you've had a couple weeks maybe of conversation, right? On
Okay,
a
that's what I'm
dating
saying.
app.
So you're talking first move like you see some chick in a bar, or you're talking
Oh
first move
God,
like
no,
sexually?
no, on a date. Jesus
Oh.
Christ, Mike. On a date. Why do you think this is something that's come up? Women have noticed this, and women are actually kind of upset about it
I
because
think that has all to do with like the whole, no joking aside, like the whole Me Too movement kind of, and all that. Just everything's like, you know, you can't, you know, almost anything is even someone looking and staring at a girl at the gym is like considered sexual harassment now. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got to be, so the thought of going in for a first kiss when you don't know like how it's going, because I've had that happen on both ends, because I'm kind of timid about that, and I've thought it was going great, or it seemed like it was going great, but maybe it wasn't going, you know, maybe she was not that type of person. But I've had people ask me why I didn't, and I've also had it been going great and then did that and it seemed fine afterwards, but then never got a second date afterwards. So it's just,
yeah,
it's hard to know.
I was kind of thinking of it this way, and you girls can you know, I'm thinking of it in two different ways. I'm thinking it as like the guy that dates a lot is not making the first move anymore, and then someone like in my situation in the beginning where I was in a committed relationship for a long time, married, and uncomfortable, not knowing what to do, what is this okay, is that okay? So for me, when I read this, I was like, okay, which guy are you talking about on these dates? Are you talking about the guy that goes on a lot of dates? Is he the one that's no longer making that, stop short? No, I'm not kidding. And the stop short move, or not kissing her,
My
or
move.
what?
Going 80%.
Yeah. And then
letting her go the other 20.
Yeah, but then I thought about this, and I was like saying to myself, well, okay, if this is the first date, a lot of times there's a lot of stuff that happens before the first date nowadays, right? I mean, there's the coffee
Typically.
meet, there's a month of, I don't know, a month, but a couple weeks of back and
Texting,
forth.
calling.
Yeah, and then a coffee date, and then usually you finally have that first date. I think the guy kind of knows at this point in time whether or not he can kind of make that first move. And then I'm kind of curious for you ladies, what do you consider the first move? Is it, putting his arms around you, the kiss? What is the first move for you guys? Deana, you got to go first.
Once you cross that barrier of non-sexual affection, like that, the arm around or the hand on the small of a back to lead you into a room, that kind of thing.
That's my move.
Or
every
the
guy's
brush the
move.
hair over the ear. It's a good move. I'm not gonna lie. I like that move. Once you cross that barrier, then yeah, that's a move, in my opinion.
Okay, so any physical contact.
Well, yeah, because you shouldn't
I
be
mean,
having
it's
physical
not
contact with somebody.
She was going to do my
it's
favorite
not
sound. Deana was going to do my favorite sound there for a second.
I didn't do it.
I'll get you by the end of the show.
You probably will.
Because if you think about it, there's no real reason for you to come in physical contact with somebody.
How about if the guy is? Would you consider the first? Would you consider this a first move? You get to where you're going. You get out of the car. You open the door for her. Blah blah blah. You go and reach for her hand, and you hold her hand as you're walking into the restaurant. Is that a first move?
Yeah, no, that's a move. Ghost Rider.
That's a move.
No, but don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
How about the arm?
You don't try to hold a girl's hand before you kissed her.
All right,
come
Jen,
here,
go.
woman. Let's go.
Right?
Okay.
Why don't you just grab the club and grab her
Okay.
by her hair at that point?
So,
me, John, me, caveman.
Oh shit.
Me, pussy.
Okay.
Rock.
If you are seeing, most of the time when you're seeing someone and there is a want for that, especially one thing that I've noticed is that when people like each other, they'll find ways of touching each other that are not sexual, but still a way of making contact, such as, oh, you have something on your shoulder or something, there's a contact, or you might brush something, their hair or just something, and you feel that comfort level. If you have somebody that's doing that and you've seen each other, a few times, that's touchy-feely. It's not in a way that's obstructive. It's not in a way that would offend most people. So when that starts to happen, that's a barrier, and that barrier has been lifted. And usually when you have that, it becomes more comfortable. So you will know if a woman is offering you, or even a man is offering you that yes without physically saying it, you're going to most likely know, unless you're stupid. And sometimes the best thing to do, and I know that if you're unsure, ask. Fuck.
Yep.
If you're unsure, is it okay if I kiss you?
But okay,
Is it okay?
We talked about the asking. We talked about that. I know it's different when it's stupid to say, "Can I kiss you?"
No, it is not stupid. You know
No,
how many
it's
girls
not.
have said that?
That is
Is it
not
okay if I
stupid.
kiss you?
But it does take a little bit of the romance
You
out.
have to know what you're doing, and you got to know how to ask it. But yeah.
Oh my god.
Bruce, spill a drink.
Spill a drink on her.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
fuck. No.
Hold on,
So
let me get that.
Let me pat that off of you.
I've had somebody where I was I told them that I didn't want to kiss. It was only the second time we'd seen each other, and that I didn't feel comfortable, with that just yet. And he forced a kiss on me, which
Oh, shit.
really
Yeah.
infuriated me. He gave me a
Oh.
hug and he kissed my shoulder and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I was like, don't worry about it. That's okay. He wasn't, hey, and then when I said that's okay, he went in and just, "Oh my God." And I was like,
He
"No,
saw the
that's
green
my,
light. The green light.
I'm like, that's my nose. No, just
He
it
said,
was
"Baby."
so
Ding, 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 ding,
awkward,
ding, 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 ding.
and
Too far.
That's a,
He went too
that's
far.
a,
and
that's a
that
huge,
was that
huge
at
red
this-
flag.
All right,
then
let me
then
read this real fast. It says in a relationship survey conducted by, I don't even want to try to say that name, about 90% of the men said that they will make the first move in a relationship. Surprisingly, only 19% of women said yes, and 10.5% said you may be. Is that right? Maybe to the question, as much as 70% said that they wouldn't make the first move. That doesn't make. I copied and pasted that. So
I'm like, what the hell?
yeah, I copied and pasted that. So, but that's a high number where 90% of the men said they wouldn't make that first move. That's not, that's a big portion of us.
That's
that
a
are
think it's
saying,
really big.
because
are we that
That's why
scared,
you're
guys?
single, gentlemen. That
Are
is
we
why
that
you're
scared?
single.
Are you that scared, Kevin?
No, that's saying that 90%
I mean, I know
of men said
it's
they
gonna
would
sound
make the first
real.
move.
It's that 90% of men said
I
that
know it's
they
gonna
will.
sound
Okay,
real, not
90% of the
politically
men said,
correct.
wait,
I take it back. Yeah,
what?
will make that first move.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I looked at it wrong. It's 90% of men said they would make that first move in a relationship, though. That's a relationship.
Changes things
Yeah.
entirely.
Yeah.
Little bit.
I mean, in a relationship, yeah, of course you're going to make the
Yeah,
first
that's
move, 'cause,
different.
like
That
the
doesn't even make
consent's
sense.
already been given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the point, I mean, they are saying, like, they've had studies. I mean, COVID obviously put a kink in it, so it's kind of hard to read the studies because they were all done around that time. But millennials and Gen was it Gen Z?
Yeah,
or
Gen-
after them?
Yeah.
Yeah, are having the least amount of sex of any of the previous generations, like
That's
like
okay.
even before them. They're having the least amount of sex with the least amount of partners.
What's wrong with those people?
So
No wonder they're so grumpy and
no,
Karen
it's
esque.
like so.
Sorry.
I forget. I was just looking at it.
Yeah, no, they are. That is a generation that's just kind of like, well, they don't even use she or he, so it's a whole different ball game here.
I
Yeah.
chose my words very carefully. That's
Him,
why
yes.
they are
they.
so.
We're not. You know what I think about
Uppity.
them?
I don't think that's it though. I
Persnickety.
think
Go
I
ahead,
think
Kevin.
there's a whole lot of uncertainty in their lives, and I think that's causing a lot of their issues, and they're afraid. I think they're afraid.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I
I mean,
agree.
I'm not saying
COVID
there's anything
obviously
wrong
hurt
with
them
that.
socially.
Yeah, because in the
Yeah.
beginning, prior to COVID, they had some of the highest sexual activity, that group.
Probably.
I mean,
I would say
they were all fucking each
my
other.
generation is pretty before COVID. The sexual level, was pretty high.
Yeah, because that was I remember those stats. We did a show about it. They had the highest sexual activity out of all the generations, Gen X, Gen M, or whatever, Z, B, Y, whatever the fucking number
No,
was.
Gen
But
M.
they were fucking like bunnies. And now all of a sudden this Gen Z is technically still a teenager, correct?
I don't
Gen
even
Z
know.
is like early 20s right now.
No, because millennials end at 95, correct? So then so that's 5 years younger than me. No, so
Yeah.
Gen Z could be as old as 28.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they should be banging each other. They should be banging each other.
I don't know how long I don't know how long it is. What is it usually? Like 10 years or something? I don't know, but
It's kind of a mixed bag how they do. I don't know. It just doesn't make. There's some Gen X. I don't want to
okay.
start.
So this
I don't
was
wanna
at
start
20.
trouble.
This was in like the early 2020s.
It's a 15-year, I think.
COVID didn't really play too much of a part in it, but it said nearly 1 in 3 young men ages 18 to 24 reported having zero sexual activity in the last year.
Wow.
That's because they still live in my basement. Sorry.
Hey,
Papa,
if
do
you think
you
a
hear
basement,
me?
if you think living in mom's basement is gonna stop us,
No, it doesn't.
you got another thing coming. So
He has a
Okay.
You might be
brain.
okay with
He has
talking
a,
to people to do that, though.
I'm gonna embarrass
Gen
Deana.
Z
He hasn't,
is
That's
he
true. You
hasn't
have to
brought
talk
over.
to people for that to happen, and my kid doesn't leave
He
my
hasn't brought
basement.
over a
so-
bang buddy yet. He
I mean,
hasn't brought
that's
over a
part of that
bang.
generation, though. Like
Yeah.
my daughter, she's a Gen Z person, and all of her friends are online. Like 90% of her friends are online. How
Is
are you
she
going to make
Gen
real
Z or
social
is she
connections?
right?
Well,
Is she Gen Z or Gen Alpha though? Because my daughter's Gen Alpha.
Oh man, you
I don't
lost me
know.
with this Alpha and G and it's
That's
Jesus
it's
Christ.
the next
Why
set
don't-
of it's
Why don't we just say we're all
2007.
humans? Every generation. It's the
There's
funny
different
thing.
generations.
Yeah,
They're
I know
different
that, but you know what?
generations.
One thing applies to all of them. We all hate each other. We all think that our generation is better than the other one,
Yeah,
or
Not
upset
true.
by
that's
this
very
generation.
true.
You know, it's like, oh, well, we
We-
got to play in the street, and hang out. Yeah, and nobody's stopping you fucking going out in the street. Be wise to your surroundings. Have fucking fun and do your thing. Ride your bike. Just be,
and look
they
up
act
from
like
your phone.
well, they act like Gen X just did whatever the fuck we wanted. We did, but we also were we also paid attention to our environment.
Oh
Our
my
parents didn't
God.
say don't talk to strangers or go do that. We knew that hey, if that fucking person's been following us a couple blocks, we go the opposite way or we go find an adult. We weren't stupid. We weren't like, hey, dude, you following us? Can we hang out? They act like Gen X just was like this rowdy bunch of guys and gals that just did whatever the fuck we wanted. But we were still smart enough to know that hey, that person doesn't belong where we're at. And we go away from that area or go get an adult. We didn't go hang out with they act like we hung out with the fucking pedophiles and the guy driving the van that said free candy on it. We didn't do that.
Thanks for the
It's just,
candy.
you got candy? Damn.
okay, so this was in
There's a van with a puppy in
2018. It says the portion of Americans 18 to 29. So that would have been millennials because this is in 2018. So this is millennials and Gen Z because Gen Z would have been 23 in 2018.
Okay.
It says that reported no sex in the past year. That percent more than doubled from 2008 to 2018,
fucking boom.
up to 23%. So for some reason,
Boom.
after even later in high school and right after high school or after high school all the way up to almost 30, millennials and Gen Z doubled in the amount of people not having sex.
Damn.
So,
see, that's why they're so angry.
and so I'm wondering, is it just strictly because of the internet? Because this is all obviously pre-COVID. So I mean,
Sure.
and
Why have sex
we
when
had
you
the
can
biggest
buy a
access
box
to
of toys
internet,
and
millennials
stay
and
home?
Gen Z. I mean, Gen Z grew up with the internet. So millennials, we didn't start like that, but it got to that point once we were in high school.
Well, you say because of the internet, but what are they fucking doing? Are they just
I
whacking
don't
off?
know,
They're
but
whacking.
but so what other major difference, I guess, would you say happened between 2008 and 2018? What would cause our generation to double the percentage of people being not sexually active?
Not
besides the
wanting to
internet,
have
what?
kids.
Yeah, that too.
You think kids is higher than the
But
venereal
do you really
disease?
think people 18 to 29, maybe closer to 29, but at 18, you're not. I mean, we weren't really thinking I'm going to not have sex because I'm afraid to have a kid.
I think it's more
We weren't-
of sexual transmitted
I
disease.
think you're giving us too much credit, Jen. We
No,
weren't that
I think
smart.
it depends on where you are and how you see your parents. If you are a child of a single parent and you watch your parents struggle, which there's a
Yeah.
large population of that, you're not
huge.
necessarily going to want to have that for yourself, nor are you
Yeah.
going to want to be in that situation. So I know that a lot of the younger generations, they're not engaging because they don't want to have children. They know
Yeah.
how expensive things are. They're not that stupid.
Well,
They may
yeah,
like
yeah.
playing games and stuff like that, which gives them more, me time, which I'm all for. If you want to abstain naturally because you're doing other shit and you don't want to have kids,
Yeah.
cool. If you want to have sex, just use protection and be safe about it. But it's
I would
difficult in
love,
this. It's
yeah,
difficult now for them. I mean,
in
it's difficult for
yeah,
anyone dating with all
yeah,
of the options.
yeah. I would love to see the numbers of my generation and Gen X that all of a sudden was such in a big hurry to find someone to get in a relationship after AIDS was out and about. I bet you that number doubled, tripled.
Oh, you mean the amount of people that got married and had
Yeah,
kids?
just
Like
that
what? Like
I gotta
like
settle. I
did
can't
it?
fuck with this. I'm gonna settle down. I'm finding somebody that's clean, and I
Well,
bet
I
you it's
didn't grow up
high.
in that time. So was that? I mean, how old were you when that was going on, like the epidemic?
Probably at 18,
That was the
18.
90s, right? Or
Yeah.
no, am I wrong?
Yeah,
No, it
18,
was the 80s.
19.
Was it the 80s?
Yeah, it's the 80s. So right over, no, yeah, I think 91 it was when it was like full blown, everybody was afraid, because I think that's when, if I remember correctly, well, in the beginning everybody thought you could only get it if you're a homosexual, but then that kid ends up getting it from the dentist office. I think that set off the whole, okay, anybody can get this. And I think that changed everyone's perspective on AIDS, because
It
everyone,
was
I think,
between the 70s and the 80s.
yeah. And I'm willing to bet once that hit the news, I want to bet that every guy was out there like, okay, got to find a clean one right now and get married. I bet you those numbers are really high.
Okay, so how
First
about this?
noticed
This
in
is
1981.
yeah, in 1981.
81.
But this is saying this is crazy. So when
I
would you
need
guys say
alcohol.
that it stopped? Like when people stopped fearing it, really? When was that?
When they
stopped what?
When people stopped
Well,
fearing, like when would you say that?
I
after
still,
Magic got it,
still
survived.
fear it.
So because this is saying that the AIDS rates related death increased through the 90s and reached a peak in 2004 and
95.
2005.
This is saying that it peaked in 1995. Okay.
Well, this is saying that over 2 million people died
Well, yeah.
between those 2 years, 2004 and 2005. This is our world data.
All I know is I got married, so I didn't have to worry about it.
But yeah, that's what I mean, I guess I would wonder what it like, what that graph would look like if like once it stopped being a thing that worried, like as far as public, like maybe the people that had it were doing, obviously those people are dealing with it, but when the public kind of stopped worrying about it as much, the general public, like if those numbers took off.
Yeah. Well, let me ask the ladies here a quick question on what we, on the first move. Have you guys made the first move in a relationship with
Yes.
somebody? Have you ever? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or just on like a date, on like
You
a
just
first
gave
date
up,
or a
right?
second
And you're
date.
just like,
Oh,
fuck
God,
this
no.
guy's
Yes.
just. Go ahead, Deana.
Yes, yes to all of those things. Yes, I get impatient, and if you're gonna be like, if I'm gonna putz around, like I don't have all day.
I don't have
Okay,
all
so,
day.
so at what
and
point
I
is
like
that,
you,
though?
I'm not gonna fuck around. What?
So is that like, at what point is that like, are we talking like a first date, second date, or
No,
what?
this is like, hey, we've been hanging out for a few weeks. Why have you not made
So
a
if
move
a guy
by now?
so you'll continue to hang out with a guy for weeks,
Jesus.
like seeing him a couple times a week, and if he hasn't kissed you, you're just going to keep rocking?
Yeah, there's such
You'll
a
make
thing
it
as a
that far?
platonic friendship. If
But
there's
if it's
chemistry,
clear
it
that
feels
it's
like
more
it's
than
a
that, if it's
natural
clear
situation.
like you guys are interested in like not just being friends, like this isn't just a friend, like you guys are going out on dates and stuff like that, how long can he go before you're like, all right,
I
buddy?
don't know. See, I'm so disconnected from dating right now. It's a very hard thing to compare because I don't let new people into my circle. I don't like people. I don't like
What
going out and meeting
about
people.
you, Jen? What's your timeline kind of like in general? Like if it's been a week and you, or say it's been, how long is it? If it's
Go
3
dates.
weeks and
Go
you guys have
dates.
gone out
Go
4 or 5
dates.
times?
Go dates. Go
Okay,
dates. Just use dates for.
There's
How many
been
dates?
there's been dates where it's been on the end of the first date. There's been other times where I've waited 3-4 days
Okay.
just to fill out the person, get to know them, stuff like that. But it just all
And
and it
obviously your
also
level of
depends on
attraction and how much
chemistry.
you're liking them and how
Yes,
it's going matters.
Yeah. Bruce
exactly.
too. Well, we know Bruce, but what age group are we talking, Bruce? Because I know
Yeah,
there's
Bruce's age group, they're not afraid.
they're not messing around. They know their
ready to
time
get
frame is small.
down.
Let me tell you.
I heard something the other day that just after I heard this guy say this, and I don't know why I didn't realize this until up to that point, but I had to sit the fuck down because it just blew me away. And he was talking about your life. You know, he just turned 55, just like me, and he was talking about how much time he had left in this world compared to, and he was like, this is my life, you know, things I needed to get done from here to 55. He goes, now the average person lives to 78, 80 years old, and he's holding his hands up because this is how much time I have left to do all these things. And I was just like, never even thought about that. Like, I got maybe 20 years left, dude. You know, after he said it, I kind of like sat down. I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
Johnny had a moment.
Well, it is. You don't think about it. You know, that gap from when you were born to your age that you are now, you know, that's a big gap. But then when you get to that one age where you're in your 50s, now you're looking at this really small frame of time to do things that you wanted to do. And basically he was talking about basically telling everybody in your life to go fuck off because you have this much time left and you want to accomplish these things, and you're not going to let others block you or stop you or try to take that passion or emotion away from you. And it made a lot of sense because I never thought about it. I never thought like, okay, I'm 55, but I never thought, hey, you know, the average person lives to 78. You know what I mean? So I'm like thinking, oh, I only got like,
it's kind of like on a smaller scale. That's why they say like people are like, oh, I can't wait to get to that age that I can say whatever I want and not give a shit. You know what I mean? Because when people get older, they don't care. They're not worried about offending people. So, you know, some older people, they'll be a little bit more brash and you're like, oh shit, I can't believe that old person just said that. But I mean, that's just, they just don't give a shit about offending people. And it's kind of it's a little bit smaller version of that. Like, you know, instead of just saying, fuck it, I'm going to go do whatever I want because I only have so much time left. Like, people just don't
get that.
Stop caring about what people may think of you, whether
you can't expect, I can't expect someone like you. I can't expect a 30-year-old to understand I have this much time left because you in your head, you're thinking, fuck, I got lots of time left. But I'm thinking
it's all relative though. Because like, I mean, I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
you should,
you know, now that I'm 33, I'm thinking like, fuck, dude, before I know it, I'm going to be 40.
All right, let's share with the internet.
Half my life's going to be gone.
Let's share with the internet and everyone who's going to watch this future show. Mike, what is Mike's first move?
What is my first move?
What's your first move, Mike?
You mean
to get to the kissing, to get to the kiss? What are you doing to get to that kiss? What is that? There's things that have to happen, you know, in your head. Kevin, you think about this while Mike answers.
I don't know. I mean, it's always different. You know?
All right, you feel the connection. It's there. You could see it. It's there in her eyes too. What are you doing?
One way you can sometimes tell if you're being observant, like if you every once in a while you can catch a girl looking at your lips. Like if she you know she's looking at you, but she looks down just a little bit. Like I ain't got tits, so there ain't no reason for you to be looking down. Like, I mean, I take a glance down because you got something down a little bit lower, but
you ain't got tits.
You know, so every once in a while you can catch that. But
oh god,
I don't know. To me, it's just all about, you just have to really be reading the situation. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'll say with most women. They may not. So women aren't always good at showing you how interested they are or how good of a time they're having, but they're definitely good at showing you when they're not having a good time or when they're not feeling the moment.
Yes.
So if she's not laughing, and you know, because that's obviously something I try to do. I'm not the funniest guy, but like you know, you try to make a girl laugh and, you know, you joke and stuff like that, be a little sarcastic, whatever. But if they're not feeling it, they'll show you. Most women will show you. And that's a good thing.
So you
At
see
least
that.
at least
You
they
see
show
it.
that.
You see it. What is
Oh,
the
yeah.
move? What is the move?
Honestly, I'll say it. It's funny that you said it's kind of corny or whatever, but like I would say one of my biggest moves lately or in the last couple of years has been asking. I'll just straight up ask. If I think she wants to kiss me too, I'll just ask, like, can I kiss you? I mean, I don't know. And it's not like I'm just afraid to, but it's just like I don't have to worry about it.
I think it
Because
depends
if you're
on how
sitting there
you
hanging
say it.
out
Too. If you
and
say it
you
with
go to
confidence,
kiss her and she doesn't want to,
yeah,
like that's going to ruin everything. And maybe she's just not ready.
Yeah.
But if you and then if you ask and she says not yet, you know, but she still, she still wants to hang out, then that's okay. But if you try to kiss her and then she pulls away or turns, now it's awkward.
Yeah, now you're avoiding
So
that.
you could have totally ruined something where maybe on the next date she would want to kiss you, or maybe she is having a really good time. She's just not there yet.
Yeah.
So asking
That's
kind
very
of takes away
decent of
that.
you.
I think too.
Very
I think too that is maybe the way you say it too. I mean, if you say it like, of
course.
If you
not.
say it with some confidence, I think it makes a little bit.
No, I don't even say it with confidence. I would say it more.
Hey, I'm gonna kiss you now. All right.
Say it.
No. That's not asking.
Like a desiring.
Kiss you all over.
I guess that would be the easiest way to explain it. Like, not like need, but I show desire in the way I say it. Like I would, it's like saying I would really love to kiss you without saying.
Mike says it with a French accent.
No,
I'm going to kiss you now. I'm going to kiss you like I never kissed you before.
I will kiss you now.
He turns into Pepe Le Pew.
Or you could say that. You would say, I'd really like, I'd really like to kiss you. Or you did instead of asking.
You can be like, hey, cool to kiss you now?
No. See, you got to know how to say it. See, it's always worked for me because I know how to say it. Like I don't say it like some cornball.
Yeah. No,
I think
it does matter how you present it, how you say it. Not too cocky, not too confident, but just to the point where it's.
Or if you could make it very obvious that you look down at her lips, and then if she looks at yours, then it's you can set it up.
Yeah.
Like just look at hers, and then if she looks at yours, but if she doesn't, then.
Kevin, what are you doing, Kevin? What is that? What is Kevin's first movie? Are you doing the stop short in the car?
Oh my God! Well, so let me first say that I am 100% socially tone deaf. So signals, no idea. You could be telling me that you want to kiss me and I wouldn't know.
Write it on her forehead with a Sharpie.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not picking that up. But yeah, usually though, in the moment, the lean in is usually the way that I go. I usually do the 80-20.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah,
no,
or you could even go 60 and it not be like
60
because
40.
it could be like
80-20.
You lean in, but you're not like you could disguise it as maybe I wasn't going for a kiss, I was just getting closer. You know what I mean?
Tongue's hanging out.
Usually the point is like I'm close enough where it could just be a hug, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. You got that nanosecond to change it from a kiss to a hug. Yeah. It's like, oop, okay, it's not gonna work.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Bruce is calling us rookies.
The actual move is usually the handshake and the lonely walk.
The what? Wait, hold on. What did you say, Ken?
It's usually the handshake and then the lonely walk home.
Yeah.
Head hung, shoulders low.
Oh yeah. That's like after the walk of shame when you're walking around the door and you just pat her on their ass and tell her good game.
Good game.
Yeah,
I tried. Ladies, I'm curious. Well, shit, it really matters. Fucking guys don't really give a shit. But what would be your first move on a guy? Was it still the kiss, or would you try other things first?
Oh no, it would be a hand around the waist or a hand on the shoulder, something.
You're throwing signs to get him to make him.
I missed you guys. I missed a good slap on the ass.
Exactly.
A good slap on the ass sends a good signal. That is
God
good.
damn. I wish more. I really wish women were like that more. I'd probably have gotten laid twice as much if women were just
This is good.
assertive.
This is going on.
Made it obvious to me.
Smack me
You know
on
how
the
many
ass and
women
call
I've
me
had
sport.
come
I'll
to
know
me
what's
years
up.
later and been like, "Yeah, I was totally into you." I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, it is. It is. I mean, some guys are good at it. Some guys aren't good at it. I mean, but I think that's. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put this up real quick because it's going to happen here. Okay, there are guys that are good at it, and there are guys that are bad at it at reading that moment. But I think it's still up to you guys, because really it's on you guys whether we make this move. So I think a lot of time, yeah, maybe speak up, say, don't wait, like Mike says, don't wait a year down the road to say, dude, I was so fucking into you.
No, I don't. I wouldn't put it. I don't put it on them. I wish they would be more like, give more signs. But I don't put that on women. I just say there's two types of guys. Well, there's three. There's the guys that are
there's more than three.
The guys that are afraid to make a move, and then there's the guys like me that just would hate to make a girl feel uncomfortable if it wasn't something she was interested in. Like that's the thing about me. I never want to make someone feel uncomfortable. And then there's the guys that just don't give a shit, and they're gonna go for it every time they want to. And if it doesn't work out, then they don't care. But I can't be like that, because any girl that I'm gonna try to kiss, it's probably because I've been if it's at the bar or at a party, or now that I'm older at a date, like if I'm trying to kiss you, it's because it's more than just physical. Like I've enjoyed talking to you and whatever. So
can I kiss you now?
I don't know.
I still think but like I'm still saying, I think it's up to them too. I mean, the bottom line, it is up to them. Period.
Yes.
No matter what kind of fucking signals you get, I don't care how confident you are. All of it. It's the great saying. Only one person knows who you're going to get laid, and who's that?
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
like
same thing applies. Same thing applies with the kiss, the hug, all that. So I'm thinking, why would a woman wait all these years to say something? Hey, I was really into you. But you didn't make that move. Well, who knows what could have happened in that situation. So I feel like they should, in a subtle way, maybe take our hand or push us closer, bring us in for the kiss, so we know, hey, I'm not going to get a restraining order. You're not going to kick me out. You're not going to delete my number from Facebook or from your phone. You're not going to fucking blast me on social media for being a prick. But I mean, I'm not saying it's all on you guys, but I mean, technically we know what we want, but we have to wait for you guys to say yes. So we make it a whole lot easier if you
have a suggestion. I have a suggestion.
Show me a sign. Bruce wants a whole sign.
I have a suggestion. It's very simple.
Hold
you
up
go
sign.
out on you go out on the date or whatever, and you just basically have a disclosure. Say, look, at any given time during this date, if you feel so compelled to kiss me, it would be welcomed. And I mean, and you can say it in a joking way or whatever at any time during this date, because then that lets her know that you are game. You are game. And then she's thinking about that. So if you
but then you got all these women that are going to be like, I want the man to be assertive.
I was just going to say that.
And kiss me and not ask.
Sometimes I feel like you guys enjoy this chase that we're involved in.
This allows you to be assertive, but also giving them that option. You're telling her, I want to kiss you. But that's what you're telling her. I want to kiss you, but I'm going to let you go ahead and make that choice.
If you went to that point, then just say that. That's what I would say.
say.
Just say, I would really like to kiss you.
I've never had any problems.
I listen to a lot of there's so many relationship and dating podcasts now. And
no, there's only one, us.
I listen to a few of them, and they one of the things I really like that they say is women are the gatekeepers to sex, and men are the gatekeepers to relationships.
Ooh, I like that.
True. That is true.
And until I first heard it a couple of years ago, I never really thought about it.
You're old school.
That makes a lot of sense. Send her a note.
Can I kiss you?
Check
Check
Lock
yes
me
or
in,
no.
yes or no? That's
Check
a good- was it
He's
Alan
all
Jackson,
circle
right?
one.
I think that's Alan Jackson.
Check yes or no. Hand it to her
Check
like
yes
hand
or
it to her halfway
no.
through the fucking dinner. Just hand her this little note, fold it up like we used to do in eighth grade.
You could pull that off with like a country girl that you knew that song, because
Yeah.
that would come off
Yes.
kind of cute. If
Yeah.
not, I don't know. It's going to be a hit or miss.
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know the movie that time. We talked about this before. I feel like if we get the date's over and I take it back to your place and she wants me to walk her to the door, I feel if she goes to hold my hand, to me that's already a sign that I'm getting that kiss. So there's to me that helps me out, because if I reach out my hand to kind of hold her hand or put my arm around her and we walk her back to the door, my mind says, okay, I'm good for this kiss. Now, let me ask you that. If you go to reach for the guy's hand, you're walking back to the door, would you say that's a message that you're saying, yeah, kiss is okay now?
I
Oh,
don't
if you
know many
hold my
people who do
hand?
that.
If you're reaching for my hand, yeah, 100%, I'm going to think it's okay to kiss you.
So remember that,
Yeah.
guys. That's
But,
check
but,
off
but like
one.
I said, I mean, come on, holding
That's a
hands
signal.
before you've kissed is kind of.
I think if
weird.
you get out of the car and she goes to hold your hand or puts her arm around you as you're walking back to the door, that I'm not saying that means let's go to bed together, but yeah,
No,
that to me is saying
you're clear for a
you're
kiss.
clear for that kiss.
Clear for
You're
landing.
So
Yeah.
this is what's crazy.
Maybe
to me
you're
is,
just
so,
in a
like,
bad neighborhood.
So this is how weird dating is now.
Please walk me to my door. I don't
Oh,
feel
You
like
hear
getting
you hear
peed on
gunshots and
today.
shit.
If she's doing this,
Yeah, that's
probably.
different. If I just feel like that's a sign guys should understand. I think that's a big sign, because
Put you in
she's
front of
showing,
her.
she's opening up to you. She's coming to you to hug you,
Yeah.
to hold you as you're walking back to the door. To me, that's a clear sign that, not come inside and let's get this on, but hey, the kiss is welcome.
But at least there's
know?
a kiss. Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
conversation
And-
to come up could happen after the kiss.
Yeah.
That's very much a thing.
And I
And
think
if
you
the kiss is
guys,
no good, you ain't getting
yeah,
invited.
exactly. That's what I
Oh,
was just going to
yeah.
say.
Oh,
I think for in a way, it's an advantage, like you just said, for you guys, because you guys, I'll be honest, women today are a lot different than say 20 years ago. They don't want to waste their time. So, and a kiss is a big deal to a woman. And if that
oh,
kiss
yes.
isn't going to do anything for her, you're done. You're finished.
Ugh.
You're swiped left, buddy, because you'll see her next week back on the app looking for another guy, because that kiss is a big deal. It is. I
Ugh,
know it is to you guys.
Oh yeah, you got to. That's the one thing.
disastrous.
That's
Ugh.
what I'm saying. There's certain things, like certain people have strengths, and you got to lean into those. Like, so if you make it, if you're a good kisser, then you want to get there sooner than not.
Yeah.
So, but if you're not, then you might want to hold off.
Don't lick her face.
No, that's like the third. That's
Do
like
not
the
lick
third
her
date.
face.
That's
And
like
don't-
that's
Don't
like date
do
number
it.
3.
It's
And don't- hey.
it's never good.
And don't bite her lip. Do not fucking bite her lip the first time.
What?
Do not.
Oh, the
What
first
about
kiss?
the
Yeah,
first
No,
time?
no.
do not bite her
Are
lip.
you a
Not the
predator?
first time.
But the first
Jesus
makeup, but after you
Christ.
start making out, oh shit, you got me fucked up. I damn near had girls start getting undressed in my truck
Yeah,
because I
that's-
bit their lip.
It's
get outta
different if
here.
she does it first.
No,
then, yeah.
no.
Well, I'm
no.
talking about the first kiss.
Oh, the first kiss.
Yeah,
you-
the
If
first-
the
no, if you
first
do that,
kiss
you're
turns into making
creepy.
out,
That's
then yeah,
creepy.
you're in
If
the
the
clear
first,
for
yes,
that.
if the first kiss turns into making out, you're good. You
All
can
right.
go for it.
What
But if
what
you
is?
buy
But if
some
it's
girl's
just
on the
a
first
mm,
kiss,
Yeah, the
it's
first.
not even a tongue kiss. How are you going to do that?
All right. Let me
There's
ask you
different
this
ways
question.
of eating
This is
someone's
important
face.
because I think this
Yeah,
question.
but not on the first kiss, though.
Yeah, not on the first kiss. Let me
Usually the
ask you
first kiss
guys
is
this,
a
because
pet.
this is important on that first kiss. Where are our hands allowed to be? Where could they go? Where
Hips.
should they not go? I'm curious on this one.
Hey,
hips,
Yeah,
lower back.
hip. Yeah.
Hip?
Is it a kiss or a makeout session?
No, it's the first kiss.
Mike's like,
There's
I
some
want
guys,
it now.
I've
Oh,
had,
yeah. You got to definitely do the hip.
don't slide it down to the ass.
Oh, hell no.
No, keep it above the belt. Put your hands on her hips.
Because
or
if
on
you
her
did that,
lower
she
back.
would rightfully think, okay, this guy's just trying to fuck me.
Right.
Yeah, good move. That's good because
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
that's
you
I
And
heard.
I
can
wouldn't
go-
blame her for
you
thinking that.
You can go from the hip to the small of the
Small of the
back,
back,
and
yep.
the closer in that
If
nice.
it turns into a makeout,
Yeah,
then you slide
well,
it around and pull her in.
you will know
What's
if
the
that
rush?
moment
Let
happens
them wait.
because that is a breathtaking moment.
Lower back. Yeah. No, because
Yes.
I've actually had a friend of mine tell me that's what the guy did, and I was just blown away. I was like, seriously? Yeah. She goes, yeah. He just kind of slid his. He said it was just a quick grab. She's like, it was just a quick grab, and I go, well, yeah, because he was trying to see if that door was going to open next, and you come inside.
That's crazy on a first kiss. That's wild.
Yeah.
Grabbing a girl's ass
It's
on
a
a
little
first kiss
coming
is insane.
Not
inside
the
it. What
ass,
is that?
lower
That's
back.
crazy.
The-
That's
the- no,
crazy.
the
That is
small of the
Mo,
back,
Mojo.
the small of the back.
Mojo.
Hi, Mo.
I'll tell you guys something that's I understand it, but it's I'm still, even though I've experienced for years now, I'm still not used to it, is picking a woman up picking her up for a date is almost that's almost non-existent
Oh
anymore.
no.
Yeah, because of kidnapping, murder.
Yeah,
Right.
but those numbers haven't gone up, so
Yeah.
what's the point? So it can't be that, because those numbers are not
It's
up.
the getaway, Mike. It's
fear's
if the
still
date's not
there.
going well, she's got an out. She's got an out.
No, but it used to be a thing. It used to be a respectable thing for a guy to come and pick you up.
Yeah.
It's not respectable anymore because there's too
Yeah.
much out
She
there.
wants her out. She wants her
Yeah,
out. If
I'm
things
okay
aren't
with
going
meeting you
well.
there.
And I
Yes.
feel like maybe that is just a little window into maybe the wrong mindset and why dating is the way it is now.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
could just
wrong.
be
Mike
old
wants to
fat. I
keep
could
you
just be
out.
old
I think-
fashioned, but
I think it's a neat. I think it's a good thing because I mean I just being that I may be
understand
old
it.
fashioned, but still
But-
picking her up and taking her somewhere and then taking her home. I think used to be that's a big part of the whole dating process, and now it's just like, okay, I'll meet you at
Yeah.
BJ's at 7:45 p.m. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and
but
then
on
you kind of take away that moment. I would rather
But on
have
the other side of that makes everything more equitable.
yeah.
yeah, I know, but I also feel like I was saying, maybe that's the problem, is the way we're looking at it, how we're looking at dating. Like, we don't care about being, traditional, which usually means being respectful and kind and stuff like that. It's more about equitable and being worried about somebody being a weirdo and a creepo.
You have to be worried about
I'm not
that.
saying that you don't, but I'm just saying the way that society is turned and how we look at it now, I think might be a little bit of a reason of why dating is the way it is now.
Well, let me ask you, ladies, something, because this is important. What is a better moment, the kiss in the fucking parking lot at BJ's or the kiss at your fucking door? What is a more special moment? The BJ kiss? Well, I shouldn't state it that way. The
BJ
parking
kiss.
lot,
That's
the parking lot at
really
BJ's.
terrible,
Yeah, the
bad
parking lot at
example. We don't
BJ's
have
or
BJ's in
I
this
was
in
just
the
going to say,
Midwest.
why don't you say Outback? But
yeah, yeah, out in the
The
back.
the outside the restaurant kiss or the
Yeah.
kiss at the
Yeah,
pool.
which is more, which is going to be a more romantic story or a better moment for you guys. I mean, the parking lot kiss.
It
It's
depends.
well, come on, be honest. Be honest.
I am.
I
You would
feel
rather
like
share
the
the-
knowing where
you-
the
you would
hell
rather-
I
It's not that big of a
live
deal. It's not
shows
that
up
big
in
of
It
a
is to
difference.
them.
No,
It
it's
is to
not.
them.
It's not that big of a difference.
It is to them.
Because in their eyes, if a girl doesn't want you to pick her up at her house, if she would rather meet you, she feels safer that way. So she's not going to be like, "Oh, I wish this kiss was in front of my house." Like,
Yeah, no,
Yes.
it's not gonna
That's
be
not
like
gonna
that at
matter.
all.
It's not
I
about
am
where the
going to-
moment is. It's
I am
about
going
the
to
moment.
push you
but
now.
I still offer. So let me ask you guys that: does that should I not do that? Because I always still offer. I always say, would you like me to pick you up,
Just stop
or
doing it.
would you
Just
like,
stop
or would you
doing
like
it.
to meet? Would you like to meet
Stop.
somewhere?
Just.
But
just,
what if she wants me to pick her up though?
she'll let you know?
No, she won't. Not if
Yes,
I say,
she will.
okay, I'll
Okay.
meet
Oh
you
my
at this
Yes, she will.
restaurant.
She
No,
will let
bullshit.
you
Where
know.
do you live on,
Bullshit.
honey?
Slide
No.
over a little.
Dear
Oh
Lord.
my god.
No way.
There you go.
If I say, hey, okay, we're gonna go to this restaurant, I'll meet you there at 6. You really think how many women you think are actually gonna be like, you're not gonna come pick me up? That's not gonna happen.
They'll say,
Nobody.
"Oh, you're not gonna pick me up." If
I don't
they
think so.
want you to pick them up, it's just best.
So
I understand where you're coming from, Mike, but things have changed. You're an old man in a young man's body. You need to let them
Let them
know that
choose.
they are safe and be like, hey, it's up to you.
Yeah.
You know, do you want to meet at a mutual place, or would you like me
No,
to
that's
pick
what
you
I'm
up?
saying. I asked them, which one would you rather? Do you want me to pick you up, or would you like to meet? That's what I said.
Yeah,
I
you
give them
say
the
that right
Good.
up the bat.
Give them-
You're
Oh
saying-
give
yeah,
them
I
that
don't ask
option.
that, and then if they say no, let's meet. I literally give the option up front. Both.
Good.
Yeah, everybody's doing that. Everybody meets at a neutral place first. The
Yeah,
first
I'm
date is
not-
usually
I'm
coffee.
not having
It's
you
supposed
come
to
to
be
my
a-
house.
Because that's who I am.
Fuck
So it's
that.
like, to me, I'm not going to change who I am just because people are worried. Like, I'm that guy that if a girl every time I went on a date, if she was okay with me picking her up, I'd pick her up every time.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
I'm just old
understand
school like
that.
that.
I
So I'm
understand
not
that.
going to change and be like, just throw it all the way out the window. I'll give you the option, but
But also, women have to be concerned if if you're a stranger and you met off an app, they got to be concerned because you can go out on one date and the next thing you know, you got a fucking stalker.
oh, I
So,
totally.
yeah,
And
so
Yeah.
it's just I understand what you're saying. That small town, mentality, which I used to have. Absolutely, it's older values and older ways of being. And in a perfect world, that would be great. But you got so
Yeah.
many freaking weirdos. You got murder serial killers showing up on the news that they've been looking for over a decade, killing women and just leaving their bodies. You got
Jesus.
shit like that. So people don't
You don't
want to
know who that is?
necessarily have
No,
you
yeah.
come
Well,
to
what I
their
was asking
house.
was, is it bad that, do you guys think it's bad that I give the option?
Yeah.
Like,
It
it's
could
giving
be
the
looked at
option
No,
even a
it's
wrong
good to give
thing.
the
You
option.
can give the option, but depending on the person.
Would it be, that's what I'm saying. Like, should I just be like, okay, hey, look, this is where we're going. I'll meet you there. Or is it okay that I'm like, hey, this is where we're going. Would you like me to pick you up, or would you like to meet there? Is what I'm saying.
I think it's nice to give the option.
Give the
Yeah.
option.
Give her the option. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
at the end, you say, I'm going to kiss you now.
We
Just
may have
don't
met
say
here,
it.
but I'm
Put
taking
the
you home.
lotion in the
No.
bucket.
Yeah, John,
Don't
if
say
I do
that.
that, I'm going to end up being one of these guys that's celibate for a year.
It's a
Oh, you
new
never
era
know.
of dating. It's a new era
It
of dating.
is
I'm telling you.
completely
If
different.
you say that you're going to meet the girl and she's like, "Why aren't you picking me up?" You want to date a girl like that anyway? She's too needy. No way.
No, that's
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Bitch, you want to pay for your own dinner?
We're going out, right? Come on, Jesus.
See, I don't
sorry,
know.
I said
mean,
bitch.
in a joking
Jesus.
in a joking manner, yeah, that's funny, but that's probably the girl that I'm probably gonna
More
be
attracted
more
to.
attracted to, because she's old fashioned, but she's also assertive enough to say that
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
and more and forward enough to say that.
We
Yeah,
have to
we're
do a
starting to
show on just.
understand the kind of woman you like, Mike. You want her
Yeah.
to. Yeah. Okay. You
Mike wants to be
you're-
controlled.
No,
Okay.
hold
He
on, I
wants to
want to
be
hear this. I want to hear this.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Mikey wants
What?
somebody to crack the whip. He wants
Yeah.
somebody that's going in a way. He
Da-na-na-na.
does.
In a
Crack
way, yes.
that
I'm gonna do
whip.
some
Yes.
Sigmund
Like
and
high
Freud on
heels
him.
and a leather
It's
Michael,
outfit.
that dominance through submissive shit right there. It's that dominance
lay down
through
on the couch,
submissive
Michael.
shit.
Do you have fantasies of your mother? Like, oh.
Outside of, I would say, outside of
This is Sigmund
I
finance,
can't
Freud.
do a
What just
German
happened?
outside of finances and the bedroom, yes, I am totally okay with a completely upfront and assertive woman. Outside of
To a point. To a point.
finances
To a point.
would have to
You
be a
never move your
50-50
pants.
thing, and then the
You leave it
bedroom,
no
it's
one.
completely the opposite.
Kiss me now.
Completely
I
the
know
opposite.
exactly
It's
what
me.
that. That's
So
why you be messing with them older women sometimes. Look at you.
Oh yeah. Well,
Look at you.
the nice thing.
Hey,
Look. The women your age, Jen. I'm gonna be honest because
oh no,
they
the
know
women
what
I'm talking
they
about
know.
are older
They
than
know.
Jen,
They know
but
what the fuck they want. There's no
Most
games.
do.
There's
They
no fucking
better.
playing
Very
around.
true.
almost like 99% of
There's
the older women I've been
they're
with
not gonna waste their time.
have come at me.
Yeah, they're not wasting their time.
Okay.
I
They
would
don't
have
need-
never
We-
went at them
we
because
know
out of
that. You're
just
Yeah,
cougar
they don't.
bait.
They don't need you to buy
You're
them
cougar
drinks. They
bait.
don't need you to buy their food. They
No.
don't need you to fucking pick them up. They don't need anything from you other than
Oh, that they know what they want from you.
they know what they want.
yeah.
They're not messing around. They're not going to mess around with you. They're not going to play games. They're not going to play
I
phone
had
tag.
one of my customers ask, I was moving her out of San Francisco. I was just there doing my small part of the move for the day. And she was like, hey, would it be all right if I texted you? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Oh,
And so
there's
we
the
texted.
porno.
She moved to LA and we were texting and stuff. Like 2 nights later, she was like, can I fly you out here? And I was like, I wanted to, because obviously the idea of being flown out somewhere is kind of like, we don't really do that over
you just
here.
got pimped.
That's more of like
You just got pimped.
that's more of
man.
like an East Coast thing. But
She was trying to sugar mama you.
You got Rick.
Ooh.
You got
could've
Rick
been
Never
rolled.
gonna
Troy.
give you up. Never gonna
well,
let
it was
you.
great. And what was funny is her ex-boyfriend was the coach for a NBA basketball team.
You could have been spoiled. Shame on you.
I wish I would. I told her, I was like, I wish I would have met you here. That way I could have gone with you to the games, because they were still cool. So he would give her tickets. And I was like, damn, that would have been nice.
Hey, the Van Halen song comes to mind. You're just a gigolo.
Hey, it wasn't. I mean, she was just she just wanted me to come out there.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He's trying
Though.
to get
They know what
some.
they want. They know what they want. They're not gonna fucking play games. They're not gonna play
Yeah.
phone tag
Well,
with you.
And she
They're
wasn't
not gonna do
even.
any
She
of that shit.
wasn't like, she was older than me, but she was, I don't know. She was not like, I was maybe 30, and she was probably like 40,
Yeah.
40 maybe.
All right,
Maybe
well,
a
let
little,
me
maybe
ask
42.
Jen. Jen, if the
You
date's
should have
going
done it.
amazing, everything's going great.
know I
You
should
too,
have.
Deana.
I know
The
I
date,
should have.
because you guys are pretty close to age. If the date's going great, you're having a fucking great time. He takes you home. He says goodnight. Jen, I can see Jen saying like, "What the fuck? Aren't you gonna kiss me?" Am I right?
I know I
If-
wouldn't have to do that, because it
no,
would
I
go in
know,
that
but I mean,
direction.
if
I
it
will
got to
let
that
you
point,
know.
I feel like if it got to that point, you would say something like, "Dude, what the? You're not dude, but like, aren't you gonna kiss me?"
Yo,
Jen,
bro, what's
yo,
up?
Bruh, what
dude,
the fuck?
what the fuck, man? That's what I'm saying. I think the older you guys get, I think the less games you want to play. And if you want something, I feel you're just going to straight up ask for it and not wait for us to try to find the signs. Where in the younger girls, yeah, they're a little bit more naive and whatnot, but
Okay.
they're not going to be more
know,
assertive. They're not going to be assertive
things
enough to say,
you
"What the fuck? You're
okay.
just going to leave without giving me a kiss?"
After you get
Mm.
older, because I can only comment on my own experience. I just turned 50
She
years
want the
old.
Italian sausage, all right.
Oh, Jesus.
I have had the opportunity to basically date through the decades,
Yeah.
and
Frankly,
and I can tell you that as I get older, when I was younger, a kiss on the first date wasn't a big deal. It's kind of almost expected. And as I've gotten older, and wanting to know the person that I'm interested in,
Yeah.
I'm waiting longer for that first kiss. I'm getting to know them better to see whether or not they're a fucking moron, or if they have, or if they
Well,
can
do you
hold a
consider him a
conversation
moron for
with
not
me.
picking up the signs to give you that kiss on that first night?
No. I'm kind of
Giving them benefit of the doubt.
I'm at an age where kissing on the first night isn't the goal for me anymore. It's getting to kind of know who the fuck you are, doing something, having conversation. And kissing is not even a requirement at that point. I want to make sure that whomever I'm dating, and this is how I've been now, that I like you enough to spend time with you and not give a fuck about what we're doing. I don't want to invest more in that at this point in my life than getting to know you, and then getting any type of physical, like the most recent that I've been dating, actually the longest that I've dated in a long time, almost
Mm.
8 months now.
Holy shit.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you, I haven't dated anyone for this long, and we we didn't kiss until basically the fourth day of seeing each other. And it
Fourth day.
was really nice, because what happened is he was dog sitting, and it was not his place, but it was a nice place in West Hollywood. And he's like, "Hey, you can come over, and we can have a sleepover." And he's like, "No, no expectation, but I really like your company, and I like being around you."
Sleepover. Jesus
So
Christ. I would have packed
I
everything I needed.
it was a nice spot, beautiful
Dina,
area right by
Dina,
Beverly Hills.
Dina,
And I went, and I
sleepover.
stayed there, and I slept in his
Evil
friend's room.
laugh.
I slept in his friend's room, and he was nothing but a gentleman. And he
What's
snuggled
wrong
up
with that
against
guy?
me and fell asleep. And the next morning, I was like, okay, he didn't try nothing. And
Mm,
I just really appreciated that.
mm.
And
Hey,
then
Bruce.
the next morning, I got a glimpse of him, and I was like, okay, we
Yeah.
can play now.
Bruce, we need to send a camera crew out with you on your date. That's what we need to
The first
do.
date now becomes second days because I missed the signs.
Dude,
Almost
that's
a friend
happened
zoned
so
it.
much.
No, I
But
want
that's
my significant other to be my friend.
but that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Bruce is dating an older woman. Let's, hopefully, Bruce. I know sometimes you hit the younger ones, but Bruce is dating an older woman, and she feels you didn't pick up that sign. That's what I'm saying with the older woman. They're not going to wait around, there's another guy. They know there's another guy. So if you don't pick up those signs with an older woman, you're done. It's like it's a virtual
It
fucking
depends
swipe
on the
left.
person. It depends on the
No,
person.
no. They're not messing around. They're
Some
not.
of
They're
them are
not
not
messing
messing
around.
around. If they're just going out and
They're
they're
not.
wanting to fuck, that's different. Then they're gonna
Yeah.
do what they're gonna do, and they don't give a shit. But
Well,
if
if
they're
they're at the
looking for
bar, we know
something
what
of
they
more
want.
substance, being at the bar doesn't mean a goddamn thing
It's
other
an
than you wanted to
automatic.
get a
It's
drink.
an automatic. No, I'm kidding. Send your hate mail to Jennifer at
No.
40s. See, Bruce is staying at the 40s, but even at that age, 40, again, there's a possibility she's been married already, got a couple kids, she's
There's a
divorced,
possibility that she
she
still
wants to
might
have
wanna have
fun.
kids.
She doesn't want a guy that doesn't know what he wants. And I think that's what a lot of women think in their heads. Is like, you guys want a guy that knows what the fuck he wants. And he's not,
It would be nice.
yeah. So if he's not picking up I joked about this on a prior show with Bruce, but if she's on the other end of the bar and she's stroking a long neck fucking Coors Light and
Oh my God.
eyeballing you, you better pick up that fucking sign. Because
How
that's the
often does
sign.
that happen to you,
That
Johnny?
happens
Never.
it's happened a couple times. But I'm just saying,
No woman near my age
not your age,
is
age.
stroking a fucking long neck
You're like,
beer. Like,
I need to get
goddamn.
I need to get a gift of that.
John's going to sex clubs. That's what John's not
They're-
saying.
they're
John's going
stroking
to
their
sex
White
clubs.
Claw.
He's not going to the local bar.
White Claw. No, but I'm just using that as an example. I mean,
I hope
Some-
she's not expecting that.
some guys are just like
A
Eric
fucking
said, or
White
Kevin,
Claw.
just like Kevin said, some guys just don't pick up. I don't
Who's
pick up on
Eric?
all the signs all the time myself. I mean, there are subtle signs that I should have been picking up on. And again, same situation as Mike. I find out months and months, sometimes years later, dude, I was so into you, but I just felt like you were just wanted to be friends and just moved on. So again, I am a hopeless romantic. Maybe there could have been something there. Who knows? But we never, because I wasn't stupid enough to pick up that sign.
No, you
So-
weren't smart enough. You were
Oh,
stupid.
yeah, I wasn't smart enough to pick up that sign. And just
Freudian
So-
slip, maybe.
so that's why I get back to what I was saying. I think it would make things a lot easier if you guys would just speak up.
We
know?
need a
And I
signs
can guarantee
101.
you, I can guarantee you right now that no guy is going to feel embarrassed by you taking that first move and saying, yes, hey, come on, kiss me. No guy is going to complain.
Well,
I can
if he's
guarantee
attracted
you.
to you and he wants that, yes,
Yeah,
I've never
there
had
is
an
going to be
issue.
absolutely no
Hasn't happened
guy
yet.
on the face of the earth that's going to complain that you told him to kiss him, kiss you, I should say. There isn't a guy on the
I'm
face
just
of the
a
earth.
different breed.
Are you going to be upset if she says something?
No, hell no.
How about you, Kevin? Are you going to be embarrassed
No
that
way.
she? No, we got what
I'll be
we wanted. So I know your
I
hate mail
am-
too.
I am that weird girl that tells
That's
the
good.
person that I'm dating, I want to taste the last thing you ate and pull them in.
Those bottle
that's
strokers,
just-
they're out
that's
there.
Wow,
The bottle
that-
strokers, the bottle
that
strokers are
escalated
out
quickly.
there. They're out there. I'm gonna record one in the wild one of these days with my iPhone and show you guys that they're out
Yes, we need the example.
there. It's usually right
Please.
about, and I'll tell you when it happens. It's usually about 1:30,
Closing time.
1:45. Then all of a sudden you look over, she's looking around. It's just 3 or 4 guys left. She's by herself. She's gonna see who takes the hint. I guarantee you there will be some. It might not be the stroking of the bottle, but she's gonna put out a major fucking neon sign saying,
Oh,
One of you
Take
three is
me.
taking me fucking home.
That's a tiger looking for a meal, not a woman looking for a
Rawr, yeah,
relationship.
you can hear the roar as you're putting her in the rawr.
That sounds very 40-year-old virgin to me. Like I had French toast. Don't do that. That's probably don't wait till closing time. That girl
So-
maybe had too many.
Yes.
In conclusion, what do we need to do differently? Come on, help the guys out, ladies.
As I said, a woman will get more touchy and more she will find reasons to touch you. Absolutely. It's something that's in us. We'll find a reason to fucking touch you. If you find like this chick like your knee, your hand, your shoulder, you got something on you, you move your hair, whatever it is, we will find a fucking way to touch you if we like you. And that's just that's just the end of it. It's just too hard when you've gotten shot
How about
down.
you,
So
Deana?
if you're getting shot down,
That's
it's because
Mo.
you're not making the right choices in the situation.
Read the room.
Read the room and
It's a
play at
read
your
the
level.
room situation.
Play at your level. That's the most important thing I think a lot of guys don't realize. Stay at your level. If you date
Stay
fives,
in your
stick with
lane.
fives. Don't try to date a 10. It's just not going to fucking happen. It's
It's
not.
gonna be friggin' awkward. Is what's gonna happen.
You have to find that. Bruce will go into the unicorn here in a minute because I'm talking about this, and the unicorns are out there, but you need to figure out where you're at, where you have your best success. Is it between no one should be dating once, but like 4 or 5?
Nobody should be Wednesday love too.
I'm sorry. Send all your hate mail. Send all your hate mail. No, ones
Your
people are
one's
dating
somebody
once.
else's
Ones are getting
10.
dates. But I'm just saying, find out where your zone is. Find out and stay in there. Stay in
like,
that lane.
Dating
If
your
you're gonna have success in
category.
that lane, stay
Stay
in
in your
that
lane.
Yeah.
I mean, you can maybe veer off to the right a little if you need
If
to
you get
pass
lucky.
somebody that's in the wrong lane.
Yeah.
Maybe do that, but stay in your general vicinity of lane.
Yeah, Kevin. I mean,
Lane
have you
freeway.
looked? I bet you, Kevin, Mike, and myself. Have you looked at a girl and said, "Fuck no, there's no way"? I mean, not on them fucking magazine.
100%.
I mean, just at a bar, kind of looked at her, and you just said right away, like, "Fuck no."
The butterface.
You know
You
what?
couldn't get a
Again,
word out. You couldn't even get a word out. It'd be like,
That's usually better for me because if I think there's no chance, then I'm usually way more on my game. If I don't think there's a fucking chance, like my sarcasm's coming out because I don't give a fuck what I say at this point because I don't think you're going to go for me anyways. And I've gotten a few that way because I'm like, there's no way this chick's talking to me, but so I don't give a fuck.
You're the ugly girl?
That's what he's saying. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna.
Are there women that are above me on the scale?
It's very small, but yeah, they're there.
Oh, I'm sure they exist, Mike. I'm sure there's a lot of women who loathe you, but that's okay.
Well,
not loathe me. They just think that they're
I
that
thought
I'm
you
not.
said love you.
No,
loathe. No, there's not many women that loathe me,
you can
but
love him or loathe him. It's fine.
they think I'm not up to their scale as far as looks wise, which
Yeah,
is which is only what matters at the bar.
I'm still looking for that unicorn. The unicorn, we know what the unicorn is, Bruce. The unicorn is not a woman. If she's beyond 10, yeah, that's a dude. That's a dude. We know that scale. That math works. No, yeah. I mean, if that's to me, I think that's the biggest problem. I think a lot of guys don't realize it. Hey, she's out of my league. Yeah, sure. Go have fun with her. Go talk to her.
That is not the problem. The problem is the exact opposite of that, John.
No.
The problem is most guys think too many girls are out of their league.
No.
And so they don't go up and even give it a
that's what
shot.
I'm saying. Stay in your lane. If you've had success with 4s and 5s,
but that's what
stay
I'm
at
saying
4s and 5s.
Stay with 4s and 5s.
But
maybe you can.
But this guy that's only dated
feel out
5s
for a 6
could
if you're
possibly
feeling
get
adventurous.
7s. But he thinks because he's never got a 7 before, he can't ever get that. When that 7 may think he's the best thing since sliced bread.
Never giving a shit does work. Never giving a shit works sometimes. Yeah, it does work.
The problem is most guys think that most women are out of their league when a lot of them aren't.
I love watching that too, where I've seen a couple guys try to do that I don't give a shit thing with them, and you could see how some not all the time, but you can see how upset the girl gets.
You
Like,
got to do it
why
right.
isn't this fucker
You-
talking to me?
Oh,
Dude, why is this guy avoiding me?
oh no, I'll
And-
talk to any girl, and that's the difference. You can't not talk to them. I just am sarcastic.
Yeah. All right.
Johnny,
So
you're
did we
taking the
learn
wrong
anything?
lesson.
Did we learn? Did anybody, any guy watching this learn anything? I'm going to stick with what I'm saying. Stay in your lane. You'll have more success.
Yeah.
You'll be much happier, and you're not going to get disappointed. I'm not saying you're going to get laid more. I'm not going to say you're going to get more kisses,
Johnny,
but at least you're going to get
easy
dates.
to tell someone to stay in their lane.
I
when
stay in my lane.
Katrina was beautiful.
Yeah, she got lucky. She got lucky.
She got lucky.
She got lucky. I'm an Italian. I'm a
but she was
6'4" Italian
beautiful.
stud. She got
Oh,
lucky.
God.
We both got
So
lucky. I'll be
yeah,
honest.
You both
We
got
both got lucky. We both
Okay,
got lucky.
but staying in your lane, I mean, everybody.
And
I've
I'll be the
seen-
first to
I've
say,
seen
I'll be the
some-
first to say Katrina is a 7. I'm not going to put Katrina higher than a 7. Katrina's
Don't-
right in between a 5 and a 7. I'm not.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the honest
So
truth. Yeah, I mean, I loved her, of course, but she's not a 10. I would be a naive and idiot to say
Okay.
that she was a 10.
Well, and that's okay, and that's
Yeah,
honest.
There's
That's
no way.
honest.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen what people would
Just remember,
perceive
I'm
as
the one
extremely
that swept
attractive
her off her
people.
feet. Just
being
remember
with
that I'm the one that swept her off her feet.
Well, yeah, you pursued
Yeah,
her.
there you go.
So
Remember that.
yes, I know. I remember that.
Yeah, you were
Okay.
there. All right.
Yes.
All right,
but
let's not
I
talk
We're
mean,
gonna
about
have
the
to
past.
have a whole like tell your past stories of
Yeah, no, we don't want to go down that road.
episode. Not today.
All right,
I'm
let's get
saying
to
eventually.
the next topic. 'Cause
I hope
the
everybody
next-
has money for therapy.
Yeah, we
I'm
need to
in
have,
therapy.
right?
Do you have fantasies
why
of your
we're here,
mother?
Uh,
Do you fantasize about your mother?
Ew, what is wrong with you?
that's gross.
That's
Why- what's
that's the
wrong?
first one they go to in counseling. Anytime you have a problem,
Yes,
like,
which one are you going
you're looking for someone
going
like
to Dr.
your
Ruth?
mother. Yes, yes.
Okay, that's another episode.
It was the first
Johnny.
time I saw a pair of pantyhose hanging on the shower
Dear
curtain.
Lord,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
It
every
was the
fucking
worst
therapy
of
session.
time.
God.
All right.
when
Is
did you find
Facebook
out?
to blame for relationship failures and divorces, guys? Who wants to start this?
I
Dana,
want to
go.
see some numbers. I want to see some numbers before I make
You want
any
to see numbers? I'll give you
assumptions on this.
numbers. I'll give you numbers. Let me pull it up.
Facebook
course you
isn't
have
to blame for
numbers.
people's actions.
I
It
gotta take
doesn't
my
hurt.
glasses off 'cause I'm
It
old.
makes it way easier to hook up with.
That's still
old
on the
flames.
person. Still on the person.
It is still on the person, but it makes it way more accessible
Yeah.
than it was.
I like we
pre-Facebook.
yeah, I like I said when we started the show, I'm willing to bet. I'm not going to put it at a high number because that just makes us all look like fucking shit, make us look evil or just disgusting. But I'm willing to bet, I don't know, 45, 50% of everybody that first joined Facebook went looking for an ex. I'm not going to put it higher than 50 because then we just look like pieces of shit if I make it any higher
Yeah.
than that. I mean, would you guys agree with that? Would you agree
I
with
would
it?
I
think
would say-
that it's higher.
I mean, it's not like I'm
Sure.
not saying it's like literally the first fucking thing you did, but
No,
eventually,
but people do it.
To say that you're
Eventually-
not stalking your ex a little bit on Facebook is a fucking lie. Everybody's doing it.
everybody does it.
Everybody's doing it. Doing
No,
it.
I block 'em.
doing it.
That way I can't.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no.
I mean,
After if we
don't
if we break
I
up and
have-
it's like
I have,
and it's
but I
done.
block- but no.
Oh yeah, I'm blocking you. If we're still like gonna fuck a few times afterwards, then no. But if we're done, no, yeah.
You automatically go with the block.
If
Yeah.
I know we're done. If there's no chance of hooking up afterwards or anything like that, then it's I'm blocking you.
Wow.
I don't need you to see my life, and I don't need to see yours.
I wait until they make that first mistake, or I feel like I'm going to make that first mistake. Then I know I'm going to have to remove you. Like if I feel like I'm going to say something that's not in a way make you look like a piece of shit or make myself look like a piece of shit. I'm going to remove you. I'm going to remove you, period. Because I don't want I don't want to put them in that situation, and I don't want to put myself in that situation. And I feel like nobody on my page needs to see that, you know? But Jesus, right? After you break up, you just fucking bam, delete.
Delete, blocked, gone forever.
You're gone. Let's see here. Let me see where if I can find the numbers here. I had to blow this page up so I can read it. The best course of action is
Oh,
facing a divorce. I had the page that had the numbers on it. Where did it go? The study published in the Journal of Psychology, Behavior, and Social Networking found that people who use Facebook more than once an hour are more likely to experience Facebook-related conflicts with their romantic partners. That makes sense? Would you agree with that or disagree with that?
I think that's excessive. If you're really thinking about how much your partner's on Facebook, then maybe you need to reevaluate your life choices.
But they're talking about
Yeah.
people that are using Facebook more than once an hour. So you're
Yeah,
already talking about
I
somebody
use
that's got like
I
a
use
problem
Facebook
with
a
social
lot.
media.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
can have a problem with social media and not be in a relationship with more than one person. Like you can distance yourself from
But
Facebook
maybe
is
it's not
Facebook,
even got
social media
anything
is
to do with you worrying about cheating. Maybe it has to do with the fact that the person in that relationship feels second to your phone.
all right, that's fair.
All right, I'll read this here. Let me blow it up. All right. Says Facebook users ages 18 to 82. Fuck. Fucking
Oh,
82
that's a
years
very,
fucking
very
getting it
narrow
on
spectrum. That's a
Facebook.
very
Of those
general.
surveys, yeah, so of those surveyed, 79% reported being in a romantic relationship. So while previous studies have shown that more a person using social media sites like Facebook, the more like they were to monitoring their partners. That kind of makes sense because I've seen a lot of that here lately.
Oh.
Nothing against it, and I get it, but you know the dual Facebook page, the husband wife sharing a Facebook page. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of that. I mean, to me, I don't know. I mean, isn't that kind of in a way kind of a bad sign, right? When you say that,
What?
it's like a trust issue. Like
No.
you don't think it comes down to the lack of
If you
trust?
both want it,
Well, yeah, but usually not. Come on, both. How many? A guy's going to be like, "Did you really want to see my Facebook, my fantasy football picks, or on your page?" And I don't know, dude.
my ideal situation would be if my I mean, it would have to be like a super serious relationship, or like engaged or married. My ideal thing would be we just get rid of social media altogether.
Both of
Johnny's
you.
like hostage.
Yeah, that would be my ideal
Right,
thing. Is
right,
if both
like,
of us just
yeah,
completely get
hostage.
rid of it. Both of us just done.
Well, but again, I can guarantee you, and you guys just agree or disagree that it's not going to be both people. Both people are not going to say, you know what, let's do this together. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm saying it's more likely it's one person in the relationship that's going to say, hey, you know what? I love it too because it's probably like this big elaborate, selling point like a used car. So, if we do this together, we can keep in touch with both of our families, blah 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 blah, and do this whole thing. But I don't see both people like coming up to each other and saying, "Hey, let's just do a joint account," and get it over
That
with.
sounds, and this
It's
might be a
usually
very
one.
popular one. This might be a very unpopular opinion amongst
Oh, hold on, I'll put up
feminists,
the
but
thing
yeah,
for you.
that's
Hold on, I'll put it up for
send your
you.
hate mail to me. It's totally fine.
Go,
You can send
yeah.
your hate mail to me. It's totally fine. But it sounds like a lady thing to do, and I'm sorry that's
Yeah.
anti-feminist thing to say, but that sounds like a lady thing to do. Where we should have a joint account so we can share all our pictures with it. That's not a dude thing.
Sell it.
No
Sell
dude
it.
is
Sell
gonna
it,
be
Deana.
like,
Sell it.
Some dudes would.
Oh my God, seriously, that sounds like heaven. I don't have to do anything with Facebook, and my partner will do everything. Cool, done. Go for it.
see, point in case.
Yeah,
Keep
but see,
close.
this is what happens, and I'll
Witness
be honest,
exhibit
this has
Kevin.
happened. I don't have a joint account, but occasionally an ex or somebody that I haven't seen in a while will find me and shoot me a DM. Now you got to explain to yourself to somebody you haven't seen in 25 fucking years to your wife because she went ahead and sent you a DM. See, and that whole situation could be avoided if you trust the person enough to say, delete, or send a message, I'm not interested, happily married, 25 years, blah, 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 gone.
I
But
block
now
Right.
people.
you
If-
put yourself in that conversation. And let's be honest, ladies, are you going to question it? Are you going to say, what the fuck's this bitch calling you, DMing you for?
If there's a
No.
joint account in a relationship and someone's still DMing to be like, hey, how
That's
are you? Like some
insane.
flashback from high school, that bitch has got balls.
That's insane. You gotta
That
respect
bitch
it.
got balls.
You gotta respect
Gotta
the move.
respect the
You gotta
game.
respect that
If
move.
it
That's
was me, I'd be
that's a-
like, oh, I want to see all the pictures. Tell me about everything that's ever happened to you. Because now
One
I'm
time
digging.
we were
Because
out.
you're
I was
digging
at,
and I want to dig.
where were we? I was with one of my exes and we
Whoa.
were at Warp Tour. We were at Warp Tour and some guy DM'd her and was like, I just wanted to tell you, like, you're so beautiful, all this shit. And she literally, she showed me and then she wrote back, yeah, my boyfriend thinks so too.
Nice.
He didn't
Well
say
played.
anything after that.
Yeah, and to me, again, I'll bring it up. I'm not saying it's everyone, but it's a little bit of a trust thing, and I can't see
Yes.
anybody kind of telling me it's not. I mean, there's some
It totally is
distrust
a
there.
thing.
There's some distrust there, and maybe they have a point. Maybe you've done something different in the past, that gives her or him the
Proof.
reason. Yeah, it gives them the reason that, hey, you know what?
Not
Sure, you could be
wrong.
on. Yeah, we could be on Facebook, but we're going to share an account. Let's see here. Says in 2012. That's some old stats, bitch.
That's old.
Yeah,
That's more than a decade old.
a lot of shit. Yeah, a lot of freaky
Oh,
shit has
God.
happened since 2012 on Facebook.
Yeah,
eh,
I would say
eh,
some news has happened
yeah,
since then.
and I mean, let's be honest too. I mean, Facebook over the years has changed. I mean, at one point they threw a fucking dating site in there, and to me it was
It's
just
still
like
in there.
it's there. Yeah, I know.
It's still in there.
And I think that, to me personally, I get why they did that, because they had 250 million fucking customers. Great way to start a fucking dating site. But I think it sent the wrong message to a lot of people that were using it for other reasons, whether they were keeping in touch with family, with friends, and and stuff like that.
They have a
And
marketplace.
threw in.
I don't really think so because I didn't even know there was a dating website on Facebook for years.
Yes.
I had no idea up
It's
until
been
like
there.
maybe a year ago, and someone told me, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
I
And
missed out.
I just never knew what that icon was. I don't know. I just didn't. I'm not that into it, Facebook, so I just didn't know. And it's completely separate. Like it may show. I think it shows like if you're mutual friends with someone, but it doesn't. Like you can't. You have to do some research to find their profile from the dating profile. It's not like oh, you can go straight to their Facebook profile. It isn't. That's not how
it's
it
very
works.
separate. And if you even if you private message that person, they have to accept that message before.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
even
So
allowed to talk
it's
to them.
not that bad. People, if you're gonna fuck around and cheat off of Facebook,
Right,
you're gonna do it without the dating website. Fuck
well,
outta here.
I think it goes back further than Facebook. Let's be honest. I mean, there was some freaky shit going on MySpace.
AOL.
MySpace, AIM. Yeah, I was just gonna say AIM.
Yeah.
Fuck
Absolutely.
out of here. Yahoo Message.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
hey, if people wanted to get busy, people wanted to
It-
get
it
busy.
went all-
They were
yeah,
trying to
it
make
went
it
all the way
happen.
back.
Everybody,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
the internet is started because people like porn. Really, that's how it. If you think
But
about
the
it,
numbers.
Oh
the
no, I
numbers.
heard
Peanuts,
something like
like-
somebody just told me something. I think it was crazy number, like 80% of like shit that's viewed online or whatever is porn.
Yeah.
still,
Some
I
some
absolutely
wild
believe it.
number. And I'm
Can
like,
you
God
imagine-
damn. But
Can
it
you
makes sense
imagine
because
owning
people
a
aren't having
magazine
sex.
for that?
People aren't having sex. They're waiting for that first kiss. They've given up. They're like,
Right?
fuck this.
What were you saying, D?
Why? I can do
They're
it
getting
myself.
to know
We're ignoring
themselves
our
better.
biological imperative with porn.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's nuts because they showed that. I did that stat a couple shows ago where it showed how many people on actual phones are actually spending more time on porn sites than they do any other sites other than Facebook and YouTube. Like porn sites are
We're
like right there.
surrounded by
That's not
windows.
something that I understand. So I don't understand watching porn if you're not
At home.
going to like at home going to pleasure yourself. I don't understand that.
Dude, as a truck
Like
driver,
I have never once watched porn where I wasn't going to get it done. Like no,
Yeah.
I didn't just.
Bathroom.
I've never just been anywhere sitting down.
dude,
like
there's people watching porn on the subway in New York.
I even had
There
a
are
girl
people
one time
watching
text me like,
porn
"Oh,
in
show
the
me the last
bathroom
thing you
at work
watched
right
on
now."
porn." And I wasn't at home, and I was like, "I'm not going to get on a porn site, and I'm not at home. Like this is
Oh,
weird."
I guarantee you, someone right now is on porn site right now.
Like I'm not-
Absolutely. They're
I'm
streaming
saying
us
one of
and
us
watching
five.
to
porn
us
at the
and
same
they're
One of us
time.
toggling
five
a
right
porn.
now is streaming porn
there
while
are
doing
people
the
that
show.
are addicted to it, which I mean,
Kevin sat up. No, I'm not.
I just I don't watch.
No, sorry.
I
No,
watch.
no.
I watch porn to get myself off. I don't watch porn
I
just to
thought
watch
you were
porn.
going to say, I watch porn to relax.
No.
I
No.
mean, meditation, masturbation, same thing.
See,
Because as soon as you're done,
Brandon's on a porn up right
as
now.
soon as you're done, you're disgusted with yourself.
What did I just do?
Every guy's disgusted with himself after he gets off.
Why is
watching
that? Why
porn.
are we so sad about
I don't know. Every time you're just like, man, fuck. What did I just watch?
What
Like, what am I doing?
You shame
Like-
yourself? Jesus.
Like, no, I'm telling you, 95% of guys when they're done are like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's
It's either
100%
that-
true. It's 100%
Either
true.
that, it's either
Realize
that, or
what
they're like,
you
"Fuck! I
want
gotta
and
clean.
what
I
you
gotta
want."
clean this mess up. I gotta clean this mess up."
What are you watching?
Clean up a mess.
It doesn't even matter.
What the fuck? Like, I don't have to clean up a mess when I'm done. I don't.
Knock
I'm not.
yourself
This isn't a
skeet,
sex
skeet.
session.
Oh no! Remember we talked about this. I get the candles out. I light the candles, about 15, 20
No,
candles.
that's way
Not
too
even
much for me because it's an
romantic.
I lower the
Do you talk
lights.
dirty to yourself, John?
Yeah.
shit. You might be a psycho.
Johnny
Hey,
in
there-
there.
there-
I
talk
look
dirty
like
to yourself,
Nicolas Cage.
Dude,
You're
there-
a serial killer.
There are some
Talk
dudes.
dirty
I
to
can
yourself
eat
while you're
hours.
jacking off. You're a fucking serial killer.
You buffalo
I'm
billing
gonna-
yourself.
I'm gonna rip this
Fucking
thing
Well,
Jeffrey
apart.
Dahmer head ass.
I'd do
Like,
me.
get
I'd
outta
do
here.
me so good.
No way.
We should do a show.
I
on
don't
just-
say a fucking word.
it's complete
I do
silence.
not want to hear my own voice.
You're just listening for the key words
Shut
from the
up,
porno.
bitch.
Yeah, no, I am not listening to my own voice.
Yeah, you're listening to
Get
that
out.
Oh yeah, I
specific
love
word.
it when I do it like this.
Yeah.
Why do you think in most porn the guys are quiet? It's because nobody wants
Yeah,
to
we don't want to hear
you.
the guy. We don't want to hear the guy talking. We don't want to
We
hear
do not want to hear you.
Yeah, we don't want that. And enough with the fucking guy ass shots. I don't need to see a guy's ass shots. Pan away.
Or
That's
Pan
not
away.
I
for
don't need
you.
to see
That's
balls.
not for you.
You
Stop
guys aren't
it.
watching porn. You guys aren't the ones
I'm
No,
watching
that's for-
porn.
that's for
I don't
women
want to see the
because they-
balls. Put that away.
That's for
I
women
don't want
because
to
like
see that.
women now are
steam.
like
It's
infatuated
gross.
with
It's
eating
gross.
ass.
They're gonna
Eating
CGI it
ass.
out.
Now,
2023 ass eating.
everybody's infatuated with eating ass now, so like the ass
That's
shots
a
are
new
in.
thing. Yeah. The salad
Yeah,
tossing
It's
is
so
real.
weird. It's so weird.
Goddamn
No.
Kardashians. I blame the Kardashians. And then
Blame
big
the
booty.
Kardashians.
I don't know if you can blame
I'll
them
blame
for
the
that.
It's the big
Kardashians for
booty.
all
It's the
things
big
that
That
booty.
was
No,
that
because,
been
like,
being
women are
tossed
into
for a
it.
very
Yeah.
long time.
It's like totally socially acceptable now for women to eat guys' asses and for guys to
I
want
need
it.
I need
No. No.
Yeah,
See,
no,
there-
it
there
is
goes
totally
dinner.
a normal
there
thing.
I don't
goes
care,
dinner.
but
There
no.
goes dinner.
I know, hard pass.
Everybody's preferences
Hard
are
pass.
different.
Hard
But
pass.
Hard
there are
pass.
a lot of
Hard
people
pass.
in this world that not only enjoy it, but also
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
I felt that.
You're
I
at a
felt
bar.
that
This is
hard.
like 5 years, like man, this might have been like 6-7 years ago, and we were all at the local bar here, and my buddy was like, I was like, dude, like we were talking about that, and we were all like, fuck that, and I was like, no, he eats ass, and he was like, what? And I was like, hey, like, tell him. He's like, oh yeah, I love eating ass, and he fucking slapped him, and he was like, you don't do that. Just right in the middle of the bar. He slapped him hard too. We were like, oh shit. It was funnier than hell.
No.
Well, let's get back to the thing. I mean,
yeah, we're covering all the bases.
yeah, let's get back to
we went from the first kiss to eating ass.
Eating ass. That's the show. That's
You
why,
never know where we're gonna take.
That's why this podcast is rated R and intended for mature audience. No, but let's get back. I mean, all right. Deana, I'm going to start with you, Deana. Your partner comes up to you.
Bro,
He says to you,
Brandon eats ass.
yeah, Brandon eats ass. No, he says to you, I want a joint Facebook account. I want you to sell it to him that you don't want it. How are you selling it to him? Like, fuck no. How are you doing that?
I would just say exactly that. Fuck no.
No, that's it. I mean, you're not going to give him anything else other than fuck no.
I don't
You can't
need
ask
to.
that unless you guys are
Why do I
married.
need to explain myself?
You can't
No.
ask that unless
I
you're
am-
married.
Well, you would have to
You're
assume you'd have
married.
to, and you're in a relationship.
Even at that
If
point,
I
you don't
ever
have
caught
to-
one of my
no.
buddies having a joint Facebook account with their girlfriend, nah, it's homie court. Like, it's time to have a talk.
Give me your card back. Give me your
Yeah.
card.
You do
Yeah,
not have
right.
a joint
You need-
Facebook account
and
unless
you
you were
revoke
married.
All right,
your-
so you're just telling him, fuck no, this ain't happening.
No, fuck no. That's the end of
Right.
that
Dude,
conversation.
the majority
Fuck
of people that do that, 90% of the people have joint Facebook's account are like people like my parents that have been married for 40 fucking years.
Yeah, that's
no.
different.
40, yes, exactly.
Yeah, like, come on. It's not like our
There's
generation
only
thing.
one
Like,
of
that's
them's
almost
checking
all-
Well, I bring that
Like,
up.
it's
They
all
do
like
it. They
your
do it for a
generation.
reason. The reason they're doing it is makes sense because it makes it a lot easier for family to keep in touch when it's just one page. So your mom's not saying, "Did you see Aunt Betty's photo?" And your dad's like, your dad would be like, "No, I missed it," and you have to go look for it. So now it's just one page.
Well, and most of them have it just for that reason.
Yeah.
It's not like either one of them wants a Facebook page.
they want to
just-
keep up with family.
And they, like I said, they've been married so
Everybody's
long, it
fine.
doesn't make sense to have separate. Like, they wouldn't even think about that. They
Yeah.
would, like, we've been married for 40 years. Like, we're obviously going to have a joint account.
Yeah, Jennifer, how are you selling the hell no? Are you giving them an
No.
explanation? Are you just saying
No.
no, and walk away? Right?
No.
So you
The
guys
fact of
wouldn't
the
even
matter is-
entertain it in marriage.
I find it hard to
Okay,
believe that
the
you guys
thing
are just straight
that,
up no explanation.
If for some reason you guys got married again, you wouldn't entertain it.
I don't foresee marriage in my future. And if that was
Oh.
to even happen
Mhm.
Never again.
under a miracle,
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask him to do that. And I
No, if
don't
he asks
expect
you.
that. Okay, and I would tell them, look, you have all of your friends, I have all of mine. If you want to create a separate one, I'm still gonna have my individual
Okay.
one. I'm not relinquishing
Got it.
Oh, I
that.
didn't think about that. That's not
Okay.
a good. That's not a bad
And
dude.
that's
So
it. And you can have
have a
access
dual,
to
but
my
also
I'm
have
on
your
board with
own.
it. I don't care. If you have trust issues, that's not my problem. That's yours. Don't make it my problem.
People, there
And
gotta be trust issues.
It's
What?
got to come down to trust.
No, it doesn't.
It does, dude. I'm
No, it
telling
some
you.
does
it's
people
trust.
not.
don't.
It
No,
does not. It
You
might have
have
to come
not.
down
If
to
I got married
technological
and my wife
impairment.
said that to me, I would not think she doesn't trust me. I would say yes, but I would not think, oh, it's because she doesn't trust me. That's not where my head would
there
go.
would be rules. You're not allowed to post anything on my fucking page without me knowing what you're posting. Because I've seen some stupid shit be posted by spouses on other people's pages, which is dumb. You're not gonna be doing that shit. Please don't respond to any messages that I get, because you just don't do it. You can look all you want and everything, but that's my page, my social media that I've had before.
I see
knew
where
you.
you're coming from, Jen. Like, you're so active on
Right.
it that it would be weird to have a joint one, like to try to bring your friends over to a joint one.
Yeah, no,
That makes sense.
we live in a different world. It's not even like that. Now, if we were together, we've been together for fucking decades. That's different. We've been together.
That's
and
what I'm
we've
saying.
got-
Most of these people that have them have never had a Facebook page. It's not like they're
okay, they
merging
did it
two.
Yeah, it
together.
says
They
here-
just never had
It
one.
says couples whose relationships predate social media might be more likely to share Facebook accounts. Says New York.
100%.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
now, but like in my particular situation and many others, it's
Frozen?
just not.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
there
it
you
totally
go.
makes sense.
There you
People
go.
that predate Facebook, you never had one, totally makes sense why they would have a joint. But
I don't see anything else. Well, that's it for us, guys. We're at that. We've got
2
2
minutes to
minutes.
spare.
2 minutes to
We got
spare.
2 minutes.
I want to take this 2 minutes to thank Kevin. Kevin, thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate
coming
it.
on again,
It's
man.
good to
Thanks for
have a
having
man.
me.
It's good to have a
Thanks,
real man
Tony.
on the show.
see, that's the real question. It's not about when is he not
What you
the
trying
new
to say,
guy. It's
man?
when do we stop thanking him for coming on and assume you better be here.
Yeah. It's good. Eventually, you'll start agreeing with me, which is a plus. It's a plus.
Yeah, no, it's
I know
not. It's not, Kevin. No.
I have very few
I'm a
guests
contrarian by
ever.
nature,
Jen, you
so we'll
only
see what
have to
happens.
start worrying when he starts agreeing with me.
Yeah, that's true
Oh
too.
That
God.
is very true. That's very true.
That would be what?
Terrifying?
Terrifying.
Well, at
Oh,
least I have
stop,
something to look
D.
forward to.
Me and you agree more than you like to admit.
Yeah. You just
I will
you're not gonna have. You're not gonna be
never
sharing.
admit
You're
that
not,
because it's
you're just not
1,000%
gonna be
not
sharing a
true.
Facebook account with each other.
I'm gonna start making a tally book.
It's a rare occurrence.
Bring
to
it.
know that-
I want a tally book of how much
Now
how
she's
many
gonna
times we
disagree with
agree
me.
and how
She's
many
gonna
we
disagree
don't
with me on
because
everything. I'm gonna be like, the sky's blue.
Yeah.
Bullshit, Mike. Green.
Yeah.
You just
great.
need a big old whiteboard behind you to
No, I
mark
want-
it with.
Chick,
have
yeah.
a whiteboard. This is happening.
Every now and then, Mike and I,
Next
Mike
show,
and I agree on
everybody
something.
watch the video
Every now
so you can see the whiteboard.
I
doing
still
this.
love how amazed Jen is that I'm like when I say something, she's like, "You're a good guy. You might be a good guy, Mike."
And then 30 seconds later, she changes her
I have
mind.
dry
I
erase
still,
markers
I
already.
love it every time she's like, "Oh, that was really sweet of you." I'm like, "I'm actually a really nice fucking guy."
Yeah.
Tell you when you've said or done something nice. It's
You do.
It's
Yeah. It
acknowledgement.
happens.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, it
I
happens.
appreciate the acknowledgement.
Yeah.
I've got that from none of my exes.
Yeah.
Good.
Because you're
And
because
there's
you're
the
fucking-
sour one
because you're
right there.
deleting
Sour
them.
patch
Because
Kid.
you're fucking deleting them from social media like in a heartbeat after you. Mike doesn't even wait to get in the car.
Oh, I don't
After he
need to-
breaks up with him, he's already on his phone.
I don't need to
fucking
see
swipe.
pictures of you and your rebound. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah, that's the tough part.
Fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
I just don't subject myself to that cruelty. Other people do. I'm just not gonna do that.
Don't get me with the "I'm still alive" thing because I already talked about that. My gap's like this, but I got like 25 years left.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, guys, we are
wow.
out of here. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Deana. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Mike. We will see everybody next week with some new topics, some fun topics. We'll look around. Everyone will look for a topic. We'll change things up. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be about dating and social media stuff, but in the news and what's current, what's going on. So we will see everybody next Friday. Goodbye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Say goodbye. Wave. Bye.
Toodaloo, buckaroo.